and it showed us how much further we can go. As you can see, we've built a creative space here. We're right in the middle of it. This is going to be where it all goes down over the next 3 days, playing, creating, and sharing with the rest of the world. We've built it this way for a very simple reason. We want more of you to be able to experience this moment. For thousands of you in Hollywood this week, we have hundreds of stations for hands-on gameplay. And for tens of millions of you out there joining online from across the world, you won't hear it just from us. You'll hear it from players, right here. They're here to see new things, to ask questions, to challenge us, to tell us what they like and especially what they don't. They're going to connect with each other and create content. And of course, they're going to play as many games as they possibly can. So let's set the stage for what we'll do over the next hour and a bit. We're going to go deep into 8 new experiences, each with major reveals, massive innovation, and stories that'll pull you in. 2 years ago, we launched Star Wars Battlefront, and we got a lot of feedback. A lot of it positive, and a bunch of it constructive. That's a euphemism for not as positive. So today we're going to bring you 30 minutes of Star Wars Battlefront 2. And what we hope you'll see is that we've addressed all of the feedback and gone even further. We've got a mix of everything here for you. A look at new IP, some killer new trailers, demos, and a bunch of live gameplay. This is going to be a lot of fun. And it should be, right? Because we're all here for one simple reason. All of us share one fundamental belief, and that's that games are the best form of entertainment on the planet. Yeah! They connect us like nothing else. They bring us together across cities and countries. They inspire us. They ignite the fires of competition inside us. Games allow us to do extraordinary things and to be extraordinary in our own ways. Games enable us to be our most creative selves, whether that's as game makers trying to pioneer new ways to play, or players making each game a unique expression of our own passion for what we do. Games put the power of play in our hands, to do with it what we want and to make it our own. So let's celebrate. For the next 3 days, we're here to celebrate play with all of you. And what better place to start than with a game that has taken the world by storm, Battlefield 1. There's more than 20 million Battlefield 1 players out there today, and we've got a lot to share about a revolution that's coming to this great franchise. So let's jump to Battlefield right from the creative heart of EA Play.
Hey everyone, I'm Andrew Galata, producer for Battlefield 1 at our DICE studio right here in LA. I'm standing inside the creator cave at EA Play, where our community is creating new content to share with players.
Caralho, que essa de disco, não tem disco pra rodar.
To see more than 20 million players embracing the game, crafting their own memorable moments, only possible in Battlefield 1. Let's take a look.
Hey, Noob, I got some questions to ask you.
Okay.
What is it about the Battlefield franchise that's so special and appealing to you?
The thing I find special about Battlefield is teamwork. I'm not good at shooting. Sometimes I like to repair, or heal, or hide.
Oh, I just shot an airplane out with the game bullet!
I'm most definitely proud to be a part of the Battlefield community. I've never been a part of any other gaming community where people are just so passionate about their games.
Everyone in this community is focusing on making this game as best as it can be and expanding on the experiences that we've already had.
No way!
Was mich an Battlefield begeistert, ist die schiere Bandbreite an Dingen, die ich in diesem Spiel tun kann.
Player versus tank versus plane versus environment.
My most memorable moments is what I do with my community. A 64-man army that just does massive, crazy things.
I have made so many amazing friends who have become more like family.
It's something that brought a whole lot of people together who will squad up and go and tear it up.
Boom! You got it?
Oh, I killed them all! I killed them all!
of roadkill!
Tem esse easter egg do tubarão?
I'll never be able to do that again in my life! I'll never be able to do that again in my life! Never, ever! That's it! That's as good as it gets! I should just stop playing! I should quit!
He just disabled a moving truck with a grenade while jumping off a horse. Incredible. We love these only in Battlefield moments, and we want even more of them. So we're
Deus, mas
bringing
tá tão
more
difícil
ways
de
for you to
fechar um
play. First,
chat assim.
Night Maps debut this summer.
O meu Messenger bugou. Eu não consigo mexer nele.
You'll need to deploy
Caramba.
tactics as you fight through the night in a massive network of trenches. Second, I'm excited to announce a major revolution in Battlefield 1. We're bringing epic battles to the Eastern Front of World War I. In the Name of the Tsar expands Battlefield 1 to the blistering winter in the East. This is the biggest front of World War I. And with it, we're bringing you 6 new maps, the Russian army, including the mighty Hussar cavalry, new vehicles and weapons to expand your arsenal,
A poderosa cavalaria russa.
the iconic Women's Battalion of Death. Finally, we're introducing a richer gameplay experience in both progression and operations mode. By bringing deeper player progression through all new assignments, the ability to tailor your playstyle with specializations, and new multi-battle experiences woven through the fan-favorite game mode, Operations. All of this coming in September as part of In the Name of the Tsar. And for the next 3 days, the Lupkow Pass map from In the Name of the Tsar is right here at EA Play. For those of you tuning in, you'll get a glimpse of it from these guys when they share it on their channels very soon. So there you have it, 8 new maps in total, opening up the largest front in World War I with new ways to play. There's never been a better time to be part of the Battlefield community. Now enough of me. Let's give you a first look at In the Name of the Tsar. A revolution is coming.
Oh, legal. Да, вон там.
Твердо алый. А сердце будет, как тогда. В огне.
Hi everyone. I have the privilege of leading our global development teams. 6,000 of the most creative people making truly amazing experiences, including Battlefield 1. Now this summer is going to be huge. So much new content, so much more to play, and so many new ways to play. And there's one more thing we'll bring to Battlefield. Later this year, we're going to give you a new competitive Battlefield experience. We've heard you. You want a smaller, tighter experience focused on team play. You want all-out war built for competition, and you want it accessible to players and to viewers. And it's coming. I can't wait to share more with you guys at Gamescom in August. Now, competition is at the center of EA today, and we've always thought something really cool. Last month, I was watching an amazing competitor, Shells. He made it to the FUT Championship finals in Berlin. 6 months ago, this guy was an unknown. Now he's a worldwide star. And he'll be competing with the best at the FIFA Interactive World Cup final in August. Now, we want to find more stars, so we're doubling down in competition in ways only EA can. This fall, we're launching the largest FIFA championship ever, with many ways to compete. The best FUT players will compete in the FIFA Ultimate Team Champions Cups. And in our official Football League competitions, you can represent your favorite real-world team. It's true, you can. We'll have much more to share, including our Madden plans later this summer. As developers, your passion is what fuels us. Your stories inspire us, and competition like nothing else brings them to life.
Magnificent goal! If anything happens in this tournament, at least he has that.
This is my first time.
My first time.
This is my first time competing.
I just thought maybe this is something I could do.
So many good players.
I want to beat them just like they want to.
We have a game! He scored it!
Now's the time to stand up.
Skipper was moving on!
This is what competitive gaming's all about.
Oh my word!
We're about to crown a new king.
There it is! It's Rocky that is your champion!
And Michael Skittle is your Madden 17 champ. At least he has that.
He's come out of nowhere.
Were you ever in doubt in that game?
I was in doubt the whole time.
This is my first time competing.
Guys
I
are
just
going
thought
through
maybe
something
this is
special.
Ladies and gentlemen, sitting on your couch.
Now's the time to stand. This could be you.
Todo mundo fazendo uma droga de uma negócio que presta, louco que presta mesmo. É estranho, os efeitos sonoros parecem um pouco de guerra.
There's no I in it, I bring it on my team. Who do you wanna holler, who do you wanna never know? Don't be a sheep when you can be the goat. Great, it's a good time and you never know. Don't show up to my show if you've got no. Yeah.
Sério, pessoal. Aquele é o Pretty Hair? Não, não é que eu sou o Pretty Hair. Ah, Terrence.
I went early, Rog. I went early. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the men in blazers. That's Rog, the bald one. I'm Davo, way less bald in person. We are delighted to be here.
Oh, we really are. Some of you will know us as the hosts of one of the top 3 most popular football shows ever to be produced in the panic room and the crap part of Soho.
That is true. Somehow, we convinced world leaders like Will Ferrell to come talk to us about the 5th best sport in the world.
Oh, we've tricked them all, Davo.
Yep.
And the common thread for us is always football and FIFA. And when I speak to players around the world, they all tell me their experience with FIFA runs so deep, it actually impacts the way they play on the field. That is art influencing life.
It's all melding together. Rog, look at this. Look at how the world's game comes to life in FIFA 18. Player personality that differentiates even the talls from the smalls.
They've even perfected the inimitable run style of Raheem Sterling and developed with detail Anton Griezmann's technical ability to suavely fly past all defenders.
And
so suave.
And these atmospheres, Rog, take a look at this. They make it feel like you're in the Argentinian sun with your pasty white legs. And this is massive, Rog. They've now got the ideal athlete helping to develop the game. Is there anyone better and more genetically sound than Cristiano Ronaldo? Could you get anyone better than that?
Well, that man doesn't have a 6-pack, he's got an 8-pack.
You're right.
And EA Sports know the only way to make Cristiano look better is to jam him in spandex and capture his data. That beautiful man. He's done it all. Let's hear it. Back-to-back champion of Europe. The La Liga title. Ballon d'Or winner. Literally every trophy. And most impressive from our perspective, that beautiful head of hair.
He has hair, Roger. But as huge as Ronaldo has been this past year, there's one story bigger than them all.
Oh, yeah. Peter Moore becoming CEO at Liverpool. Good luck with that one, mate.
Yeah, no, Rog. No, Rog.
The biggest story in football is, of course, Alex Hunter, the new hero of the virtual pitch and the star of The Journey. The Journey. Alex would go on to score more than 360 million goals in his first season.
Wow. That one's true, and so is this one. Whenever our good old English national team take the field over the past year, the single name most tweeted, even more than Sir Harry Kane, Alex Hunter.
Yeah, we could have used him today, Rog.
Tá. Esses caras aí só tão falando besteira. Eles são tão interessantes quanto nada.
He's 18 years old, barely passed his bar mitzvah. He's experienced more in his first season than I will in my entire life.
That is true. It was quite the start to a truly amazing journey.
But the life of every footballer is a journey filled with victory, defeat, glory and conflict.
Nossa, esses caras são puramente encheção de linguiça. Eles não têm objetivo nenhum além disso. É isso que eles são. Eles nem mentem. É bem isso, eles estão assim. Eles chegam e falam, a gente vai encher linguiça. Falando,
There is one question on everybody's lips.
What next for Hunter?
Everyone's hunting Hunter.
Alex Hunter has been talked about.
I think all this Alex Hunter talk, I think that's just paper talk, if I'm honest.
Sehen wir Alex Hunter bald in der Bundesliga?
Seine Spielweise ist atemberaubend.
Alex Hunter is a global talent, a huge talent. He needs the right club and the right manager. Any club will be lucky to have him.
Alex Hunter is in the media every day and it's getting annoying to be fair.
Oh, it's so irritating. What kind of club would let Alex Hunter go?
I'm not really sure that a move is the right thing for him.
J'espère qu'il va enchaîner.
But this guy's getting too big for his boots, blood.
Alex Hunter is a great player. He's a beast. He actually is.
He's very quick.
He's got skill.
Amazing skills.
Hunter è un attaccante fenomenale.
Hopefully he's got good people around him.
Hunter's bombed his bridge. He has to look after himself.
Go! Go!
I would move.
Rumours have got to stop.
Don't go, Alex.
Alex Hunter, you really are wasting time.
Will Alex Hunter stay or go?
Are you sure this is what you're
risky? Not about this. It's already US.
What does your heart tell you?
A captura de passe tá boa, mas não nada.
What up, guys? Thank you for having me, EA. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Jesse Wellens, and I am a YouTube creator. So I am here to talk about Need for Speed, Payback. If you guys didn't know, Need for Speed Payback.
Need for Speed Payback tá prometendo fazer a maior customização da série.
Yeah, it's a great game. But
Isso é uma promessa bem.
all set aside, I'm a YouTube creator. Need for Speed Payback is coming out. I got my boy Marcus, executive producer here. He is the producer of the game. Thank you, Nick, for having me.
Hey man, thanks Jesse. Obviously we're really excited to tell everyone about Need for Speed Payback here today, but more importantly, show it. In Payback, you are on a revenge mission to take down the House. House is a cartel that rules the city's casinos, criminals, and cops, and that is we're delivering a brand new experience with wild heist missions, intense cop pursuits, grueling car battles, and jaw-dropping action moments. No longer is this just about being first across the finish line. We are putting you behind the wheel of an action-driving fantasy.
So Need for Speed has been around for a long time. There's been a lot of new things coming to the game, and a lot of old things that people are familiar with the franchise.
Exactly. You know, we're putting a new narrative into the game where you drive 3 different characters, Tyler, Jess, and Mac, all bringing their own unique playstyle to the game. You drive across city, mountains, deserts, and canyons in the most diverse open world ever made for a Need for Speed game. There's a lot of great new elements in this game, but also obviously a lot of fundamentals like customization. We go way deeper when it comes to visual.
Tá linda, mas agora se eu for de verdade. Ai não, trava não, trava não, trava não, trava não. Porra, trava não, trava não.
To Supercars.
Speaking of customization, my homie Nick, AR12 Gaming, he looks like he's customizing a customization and gameplay at 1:30 on the stream if you want to come back. But enough talking about it, I'm trying to see it.
Yeah, you know, we're absolutely very excited to show you the first, one of the blockbusters from Need for Speed Payback, called the Highway Heist, that shows that intense action driving experience. So let's turn around and take a look.
0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds. We intercept, then grab the cargo.
It'll be part of a convoy.
What are you thinking?
Quick hit and run. Get me close to the truck and I'll take care of the rest. Get me close to that truck before it hits the tunnel.
Gameplay?
The house won't let us anywhere near the truck. We've got to take out those cars.
Não.
Get rid of these guys.
Misturando gameplay com CG. Eu tô fazendo uma CG. Ok, se isso acontecer no jogo o tempo todo vai ser um caos. Que isso?
What the hell?
This guy's out of his mind.
There's something much bigger going on here.
Como é que eu...
Forget the tunnel. We get him before he reaches the city.
Tô nem fudendo que isso vai ser do jogo mesmo.
Guys, more house cars headed your way.
Vocês estão dizendo que isso vai sair do jogo? Aham. Tá bom. Tá bom que isso vai aparecer no jogo.
They're going down either way.
Você tá lutando com os caras? Isso aqui é o cano. Ou uma parada assim.
Take him out, Ty.
Tá bom, né? Você encosta no carro e o carro explode.
Guys, city's coming up fast. Jess, I've got a really bad idea.
Mac?
Ladder on the side. You can get up on his right.
It's now or never, Jess.
Do it. Keep it steady.
Jump.
O equilíbrio de videogame é uma coisa incrível. Ah, subiu no próximo. Foda-se, é Need Speed, é videogame, é. Chorar uma coisa dessa, mas... Ah, obrigado, você acabou de botar o copo na frente da câmera, que tá te filmando também. Não precisa.
Okay, boys. Let's even the odds.
Me traz uma faca, por favor. Faca.
I can assure you that plays as well as it looks. Last year at EA Play, we unveiled EA Originals. The program was something we created to support small, independent studios, to help bring experiences that are unique, gorgeous, innovative, and memorable to the world. We are partnering with game creators through the process from development to marketing to publishing. But EA Originals is also about funding, about offering a level of security. The profits from these games go back to the hands of the developers. We have been overwhelmed with the indie community's reaction to this. I can tell you, we've received hundreds of pitches, many of them brilliant, and as a result, we now have several new titles in development. Today, I want to introduce you to our next EA Originals title, one that I've been very close to from the beginning. This game tells a story in an entirely new way. Now, a few years ago, I played the indie hit, Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, with my oldest daughter. I loved how different the game felt. The mechanics and storytelling were really cool, and we both loved the emotional story.
Do Brothers pra...
So I decided to contact the game's creator, Joseph Fares. When we met, we instantly realized we shared the same passion for games and how to bring new experiences to players. I also found out that he was building a new studio called Hazelight. Now, we're thrilled to be working with Joseph to bring his new project to all of you. What started out as a wild idea on paper has now turned into a groundbreaking, one-of-a-kind game called A Way Out. Take a look.
Vai lançar um novo jogo com o criador do Brothers.
What's your plan?
De novo estúdio e tudo mais.
Stay the hell away from me, okay? I'm sure you have good reasons to bust out of here, but I need to get out of here too.
Yeah? Not my problem.
We need a light.
Screw it. I'll go first.
Oh, crap! You okay? Go, 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 Skipper! Do you have a problem with me?
I got a problem with you.
I love you, buddy.
Vincent, what are you doing here?
She's my daughter, too.
See? Problem solved.
Come on, Leo!
Hey, my name is Joseph Fares, and I'm the writer-director of A Way Out. I'm so excited to be here and show you the game. So, after I finished Brothers, I wanted to make another game that pushed the boundaries on how to tell stories without compromising on gameplay. And this is the reason why I started Hazelight Studios together with the team behind Brothers. And working with EA's originals was perfect for this, because we have the full creative freedom and trust from EA to deliver the game we truly believe in. That is very important for Hazelight, let me tell you that. So, the idea for A Way Out came to me when me and a friend trying to find a co-op game that wasn't just a drop-in, drop-out experience. I wanted to play a game where the characters had unique personalities.
Trava não. Trava não. Ah, droga. Não trava, não trava. O navegador travou. Ah. Tá bom, vou parar, droga da... Até sei que a gente tá fazendo isso.
And goals. A game where me and a friend can embark on an emotional journey together. And this is exactly what A Way Out is. The game is designed for split-screen co-op only, and I mean only. So you will be able to play it online, but to get the full experience and feel, we want you and your friend to play it in your couch. And gameplay-wise, yeah, couch, nice, right? Action. Finally, yeah. And what was I going to say? Yeah, let me tell you. Okay, wait.
Deixa eu só terminar, ele terminar de falar pra atualizar a live.
Come on. Gameplay-wise, it's going to be crazy. There's going to be a huge amount of variation. You're going to be able to play everything. I mean, not everything, but a lot of stuff. There's going to be exploration, driving, action. So you won't get tired of this game, I'm telling you. So, but let me tell you this. After you finish playing A Way Out, I will tell you, you will play a co-op game like never before. I know, I mean, I can guarantee that. I know I sound very cocky, but I can't help it because it's true. I'm so pumped up, it's crazy. You don't know, I live, breathe this game. I'm telling you, it's like, it's gonna kick ass, it's gonna kick ass. So right now, I will show you a gameplay video. It's gonna show you just a small part of the game, but still, you're gonna get blown away. And I also want to say that I'm so proud and happy to be part of this industry. It's crazy how fun it is to be here and do these games. It's so much fun. And also, one last thing. I want to say hello to my Hazelight team watching live from Sweden. Thank you, goodbye, hop shaky, boom, come on.
A Way Out is a story-driven co-op game. It is designed, played, and experienced only in split-screen co-op, which means you have to play the game with a friend, either online or on your couch. The game starts in a prison. You play as Vincent and Leo. You and a friend will get to know your characters and unfold their story together.
You don't know anything about me, man.
Maybe not, but Harvey killed someone very close to me. With or without you, I'm going after him.
Let me show you some of the scenarios in the game. On the right side, you see Leo was already in prison. On the left, you see Vincent, who just arrived. Now if you look to the right again, you can see that Leo can be controlled while Vincent is in a cutscene. Here is another one. Vincent and Leo are now in the laundry room. Your goal is to smuggle sheets using a laundry cart. You can approach the scenario in different ways. Either get the cart with Vincent.
No, I got a good pack right here. I think it's got your name on it. It's broken. I don't know.
Or with Leo.
Get over here, you idiot! Yeah, but I think those two guys are just about to fight. What the? What? Who's him?
In A Way Out, you will experience something new all the time. Everything you do in the game is unique for that scene. We want you and your friend to be focused and engaged throughout the entire story. But let me tell you, this is just the beginning of what you will be experiencing in A Way Out.
Get him! Run, run, run! Relax, man. I got this.
Acho que ele desenvolveu bem a relação dos dois. Porque pelo jeito já tá pra ver que a ideia de gameplay já tá legal.
I know, me again. Thank you, Joseph. That game is absolutely stunning, and I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on it. Now let's switch gears for just a minute. It's great to be here showing you the games you'll play this year. But at the same time, we are inspired to look farther ahead. Creative ideas combined with new technologies become an unstoppable force. We have teams today taking technologies that are changing the world and using them to change the way we play. These are the futurists, the incubators, our talented artists, designers, and engineers within our studios, our Frostbite teams, our digital platform team, and a new research division called Seed. What motivates me every day is the responsibility we have to push our industry forward. That's one reason we created this new division. Seed is a small, stealthy team that I work with on a daily basis, exploring some of our most visionary concepts, like deep learning or neural networks, creating a world for you to define, to interact with, and share as you wish, or virtual humans with deeply sophisticated artificial intelligence. So instead of one main character shared by millions, we can have millions of main characters shaped by you. That's just the beginning of how we can blur reality and the digital world. Go anywhere, share your discoveries, be anyone, the games become yours. Now what we know today is that interactive entertainment will change more in the next...
Desculpa aí, só tô...
Add an NFL 18 visual, so just a taste of what can be accomplished combining Frostbite with Project Scorpio. And already we are creating the most detailed, high-resolution environments you've ever seen on the console.
Que vai ficar mais forte.
Madden looks absolutely stunning.
A Frostbite está conseguindo ter um desempenho melhor junto
do
Scorpio.
The game has to feel amazing as well. Project Scorpio is a powerful platform and it's coming at the right time. Now, I have one more thing before I go. New IP is one of the purest forms of innovation in our industry. A brand new idea combined with the latest tech and a vision for something extraordinary. The next game will push every boundary for you. It is vast, dangerous, beautiful, and unexpected. So this is just the first piece that we're showing you today. Then we will have so much more in the Microsoft press conference tomorrow, so don't miss that. But for now, here's the first glimpse of our brand new IP from BioWare.
Goes to the BioWare. Okay, vai ser.
The wall. It's our armor. It protects us from what lies beyond. With the choices you make, or die trying to change them.
Esse é o tipo de exotraje.
The story doesn't end here.
Enter.
It's just the beginning.
Sério? Tá bom.
Hey everybody, I'm Sean O'Brien, and I'm here today to share the latest about NBA Live 18 with you. But instead of talking about it, I'd like to show you. We've spent the last 2 years completely overhauling virtually every aspect of gameplay. On station out in FanFest, so you can check out some of those improvements. And then we're going to come back in here and give you more details about how NBA Live 18 introduces an entirely new way to play a basketball game. We call it the One. Gibbs, Connor, over to you.
Thank you, Sean. You look fantastic every single time I see you. We are here out at FanFest EA Play. I want to see everyone on social use that hashtag EA Play. Tell me what games you're excited to see. I am telling you right now, I am excited to see a first look at NBA Live 18, and no one better in the business than my guy right here, creative director Connor Dugan. Connor, let's take first look, NBA Live 18.
Yeah, what's up? I mean, I'm super excited that people finally get.
Travou de novo. Nossa, mas travou foda agora.
To get their hands on NBA Live. We're going to take a look at a replay we just got.
Calma.
Hugh's late. He doesn't hit his left stick. He misses a timing window. And now I have an open lane to the hoop. So we see Zaza coming over.
Tell me he finishes strong.
He does.
Tell me he finishes strong.
I use my right stick to finish with the left hand. As you can see here, right over top of Zaza. Finish in the lane.
Ah, tá falando de slow motion do... Bem, pra quem gosta de jogo de esportes deve adorar isso, deve estar adorando isso. Essa capacidade de poder fazer todas as firulas. O jogo fica muito bonito visualmente.
Thank you. We're excited for all of you to get your hands on NBA Live 18. And everyone will have an opportunity to do so through a free demo coming in August.
Você poder fazer
this demo will give everyone the chance to start the One and be introduced to this new basketball world. Jumpstart your own legacy through solo, co-op, and multiplayer experiences and carry all of your progress over to the full game. Now let's take a look at the One.
NBA Live 18 is an all-new way to pursue your legacy. Centered on you, your journey is defined by the choices you make. Welcome to the One. The One unleashes the freedom to play how and with whom you want. Here, the respect you earn on the streets matters just as much as the rings you earn in the league. Rise through the ranks in the league, an authentic NBA experience where you dominate the hardwood on your way to winning championships. But the new NBA Live goes beyond the league, taking you into the streets, where the rules and how you earn respect are different. Team up with friends to take down NBA legends at historic courts like Venice Beach. Throughout your journey, your on-court performance leads to increased skills and new gear, as your hype builds in both the streets and the league, from Venice to Rucker Park and everywhere in between. Join the community with 5-on-5 pickup games at iconic, real-world courts. Hit the Drew League and continue to build your legacy in the Pro-Am Tour. Earn the right to go head-to-head with the very best and show off your signature style. From East Coast to West Coast, from the streets to the league, everything you do matters. Your legacy is defined by you and how you choose to play. This is your world. It's time for you to be the One.
Tá interessante. Tô querendo fazer tipo uma jornada pra você ser o cara. Legal.
Thanks, guys.
Mas aí é ótimo em fazer trailers.
Sharing games today, and a special thanks to Joseph and Hazelight. How about that for some passion? Now we've got a massive finale coming up here in just a moment. 30 minutes of pure, unadulterated Star Wars. But before we get there, I wanted to pause for just a moment. Last week we did something pretty amazing together. We held our annual EA Play to Give campaign, celebrating the importance of inclusion and play in our communities and in life. We partnered with 3 outstanding charities, the United Nations He for She, and anti-bullying organizations, the Pacer Center and Digital Labor.
Eles estão falando da caridade que eles fizeram.
No? Okay. We donated $1 million to these 3 great organizations in support of building a more inclusive world. And here's where play comes in. All of you, our millions of players out there, joined us in support of inclusion. You came out in play in 9 in-game challenges. And by coming together, we are showing the world what a positive force that games can be. And to thank you for that, we're opening ways for you to play a bunch of great games for free. Starting today for the rest of the week, Origin Access, as well as the Vault-in EA Access, are free. For PlayStation 4 players, we'll also have a bunch of free trials running all week. We're talking FIFA, Madden, PvZ Garden Warfare 2, Star Wars Battlefront, and much more. So jump in, bring your friends, have fun with some great games this week, while you're getting ready and excited for what's to come.
Jogos gratuitos na Origin.
Without further ado, we bring you Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Agora é o Star Wars Battlefront 2. É o que todo mundo falou, que tava querendo uma campanha pro Battlefront. É como sempre, tem que fazer essa... Tem que chegar já fazendo fanservice. Os fãs de Star Wars já ficarem molhados. Que sempre... Pera, ela é a...
Hello!
I'm
Janina Gavankar, and I play Commander Iden Versio, leader of the Inferno Squad, in Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Ah, tá. Acho que ela é a protagonista do Battlefront 2.
I'm also an advocate for in-depth cinema caliber story in games.
Ela realmente é bem bonita.
That tweet from John Boyega was like the tweet heard around the world. It spoke for all of us. When can we play a Star Wars story? We don't want to just relive the movies, we've watched them a million times. What we want to do is have a new and authentic, untold story. A story that delivers new perspectives and enables us to play as some of our favorite Star Wars characters while also introducing new ones. And just like Rogue One tells an essential Star Wars story ahead of A New Hope, Star Wars Battlefront 2 will tell a new Star Wars story that helps bridge the gap between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens. It's good. But EA didn't just stop there.
Tá falando que o jogo vai se passar entre o episódio 6 e o episódio 7.
But we wanted more.
É o que a gente já sabia sobre o jogo, pelo menos.
Star Wars Battlefront 2 is much bigger than the previous title, with more than 3 times the content of the first game.
O triplo do conteúdo?
Yeah. Now, I'm all about that couch co-op, and they're bringing it back with the return of Skirmish, so I'm going to be cuddling up with someone playing me some Battlefront 2. In multiplayer, there are more heroes, more vehicles, more planets. I've been to some of them. More space battles and starfighter assault, and deeper progression and customization, as well as content from across all eras. But, as we know, Star Wars is not just some checklist of great features. How does Battlefront 2 play? The team at DICE in Stockholm has some of the most talented multiplayer designers in the world, and they've been working with the EA Game Changers to make sure Star Wars Battlefront 2 has the multiplayer we're all looking for. These Game Changers, they basically get like tapped on the shoulder because they're the best Battlefront players in the world, and then they get secretly flown out to Stockholm. As long as they provide valuable feedback, they get an early look at the game.
Chamaram os melhores jogadores de Battlefront para poder dar o feedback para eles.
So, let's hear more from them about their time at DICE.
Ela chamou os jogadores profissionais
After the release of Star Wars Battlefront 1, the community thought there should have been more. And the good news is this, the developers have been listening.
I'm really excited to let the Game Changers get their hands on the game.
This is going to stay, right? Sorry? The clean UI look is going to stay?
There's still time to change something if it's not working.
Oh my god! My first impression with the game is upgraded. All 3 eras are going to be in the game.
No! Earthbound's coming at me!
Oh, okay, Battle Squad! We've got a whole bunch of new features. One of the biggest ones that a lot of fans are excited about is the class system.
They split the characters.
System de classe. Não,
different classes.
They have different weapons, special abilities that you can customize.
It affects your health. It affects how you are going to support your team.
There's going to be more content. You're going to have to get used to a lot of new different techniques on how to play.
The gunplay and the weapons have completely been redone compared to the first Battlefront. Now there is a lengthened skill gap in it.
It feels a lot better and go, oh, okay, this gun feels kind of more real, less floaty.
Which is your favorite hero so far? We're introducing a system called Battle Points, which will allow you to become not only heroes, but other things on the battlefield.
As you're helping your team play the objective, you gain these points.
There's such a plethora of things to spend it on, vehicles, or even coming in as a hero.
And the coolest thing, I think, is a level of customization, not just from a weapon standpoint, but the actual character's own abilities.
Collaborating with the Game Changers is always a really great working environment when you're trying to figure things out.
I mean, to know that you're giving key feedback to make it a better experience for everybody, it's like putting your footprint out there and saying, look, I'm part of this.
Is everyone in position?
Yeah. Ready?
Everyone ready?
So I'm going to participate in making the trailer. It's a whole different level of fantasy.
All right, recording.
Os caras tudo felizes por ter participado do trailer.
And now, on behalf of the EA Game Changers and DICE, this is the world premiere of Star Wars Battlefront 2 multiplayer gameplay.
Eita. Agora vai ter os clones, cara. Finalmente vai ter os clones. Eu gosto tanto dos clones. Eu que consegui gostar dos 3 filmes da trilogia do Anakin. Nossa. Dá pra jogar com os droids, vai ser bem engraçado. Porra! Tá ali pro meu filho, o cara tá lá na sua frente. Eita!
All wait. We're coming up on the Star Destroyer, but we need to clear that escort. Let's give him everything we got.
Nossa, mas tá muito legal.
Your next assignments, they are unusual.
I'm trying.
Já ficou bom.
Yoda, Darth Maul, Wookiees, Kylo Ren versus Rey. I watched that thing like 20 times backstage with my mom before this even started. My mom's here. Yes, it's a big day for me. I'm sorry. So. Okay. So we have even more exciting things for you. In just a moment, YouTube personality iJustine, shoutcaster Alex Goldenboy Mendez, and DICE developer Paul Kesslin will showcase Assault on Theed, the world premiere of Star Wars Battlefront 2's multiplayer. Yep. We've got 39 game changers ready to go, head-to-head in a 20 versus 20 match, Battle on Theed, and I'm gonna take the 40th slot. We'll see. Okay, but you're not gonna want to miss this because
vai jogar junto com os outros 39 jogadores.
Okay, all the bells and whistles,
gameplay
all
20
the
versus
newness.
20.
But before we take you there, another big Star Wars Battlefront fan has some exciting news.
Hi guys, it's John Boyega here. Thought I wasn't gonna turn up. Yes, I was, but I'm sorry I can't be there with you because I'm doing a play in London. But I do have some great news. Obviously, you know I'm a massive fan of Star Wars Battlefront 1, and now we're going into the next chapter with Star Wars Battlefront 2, and I'm very, very excited to share this news with you. We've seen Yoda, we've seen Luke, we've seen all the other characters, but where's Finn? Finn will definitely be a part of Star Wars Battlefront 2, alongside with Captain Phasma as part of the first season of free content. And there's more.
Ele vai ser parte
on top
dos
of that, we also get to play on the new planet Crate that you saw on the Last Jedi teaser trailer in April. So this is going to be an exciting time. I'm going to be playing. If you see Finn running around whooping some ass, it's me. So I'm getting ready, getting set for you guys to play with me on Star Wars Battlefront 2. And I'm excited. Let's play.
Okay, but did you listen? Finn and Phasma are headed to Star Wars Battlefront 2 this holiday, and it will be free. Yes. The team at DICE heard our feedback loud and clear on the previous Battlefront and are committed to keeping this community together with themed seasons of content post-launch for all players at no additional charge. So, the first season, inspired by Star Wars The Last Jedi, is only the beginning of the additional content coming
Tomara
to
que eu não consiga te filmar pela câmera.
Post-launch, heroes, maps, weapons, and vehicles will be free for everyone who owns Star Wars
Eu tô no meio da
Battlefront 2.
live, mano. Tipo, esse microfone consegue pegar sua voz.
And yesterday, EA announced that players who pre-order will get early access to multiplayer beta and Yoda's epic lightsaber mastery star card. So, let us recap. New battles, split screen co-op, and free content that will keep us playing together for years to come. Yes, right? Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I am so honored to be a tiny little part of this team making this amazing game. I can't believe they let me do this today. And I can't wait to play the game in its entirety in November. And I get to start right now. So I'm going to go pick up my controller and I'm going to throw it over to iJustine and Golden Boy and Paul to take us to Assault on Theed, the world premiere of Star Wars Battlefront 2's multiplayer.
Thanks so much. Hey guys, welcome to the world premiere of Star Wars Battlefront 2's multiplayer gameplay. Assault is the live gameplay for the first time. I'm your host, iJustine, and with me here today, we've got Golden Boy and Paul Kesslin, producer from DICE. What have we got going on here today, guys?
We got a lot going on today. First of all, what we're going to see today is a 3-stage mode. It's our new gameplay. We'll be showing people going. The droids are attacking Theed. They'll be going all the way up the main pathway towards the Royal Palace. They need to escort the MTT tank. From there, if we progress to stage 2, the droids need to try to bypass security, make their way into the palace itself. If they're successful, they'll be able to take on the throne room, and there the droids will ideally try to capture that from the clone army. Unfortunately, the clone army's still there. Needs to try to push them out and make that last stand.
Can we just take a moment here and appreciate the fact that we get to be droids in Star Wars? This is going to be awesome. I can't wait. Are you guys excited? Man, You guys got to come alive over here because we're going to see some great gameplay. We have some great game changers who are going to be competing here. And I use competing as a term because these guys
vão jogar, vai ser modo
yeah, no, it's been super exciting, and we got a chance to play yesterday, and it's just really fun to sort of get into this environment. You know, it's something that we've seen in the movies, but we were actually in the gameplay, and with somebody here who's actually worked on the game. So let's talk more about what we're seeing here and getting into this, because there's 3 phases to this. So currently, we're in phase 1.
That's right, and also we have some great game changers. You saw one of them pop up in just a little while. It was BF Updates, Pool Shark, Moosel. We also have my boy Darkness, aka Dankness. He will be playing as well. We have Westy, Master G, Star Wars HQ, and some NBA Live, just cuz. Why not? You know, just do your thing. But anyway, here you go. So, Star Wars Battlefront 2, folks. Now, this is awesome because essentially phase 1, you get to escort an MTT down the street of feed here, and the pressure is on for the clones. They have to hold back the assault here.
They do, definitely. The droids are sitting there trying to escort that MTT up the main pathway. If they're successful, we go on to that phase 2. But right now, what we're seeing is some specialist gameplay from, I think, Battlefront updates.
Yeah, let's actually talk about the specialists, and also you're going to see a couple different classes here. This class in particular that Massive G is using is the heavy class. Specialist, kind of your sniper, right? But the heavy class, what do they do here?
So the heavy class is great. They got a bit more health than your average trooper. They're also able to pop that combat shield, try to push into areas. So you can see those guys as pushers or defenders in some areas. But it looks like we got one of our Vulture droids right now. Not sure who's flying this guy, but these guys are great at air-to-air, trying to take out those other ships that might be coming in, that Naboo N1 Starfighter. Otherwise, they're there to provide some great ground support like we're seeing here, trying to get some strafing runs in on those clones.
Oh, no! Oh! Come on, man.
Missed that tower.
You just did it wrong there, buddy.
So
Sorry
it's great because we also do have the air support, but we also have ground support as well.
We do. So another thing that those air vehicles are great at is trying to take out some of the ground.
Ah, não trava.
Vehicles that you may see, the droid army has the AAT tank, something that's really great at troop suppression. But we see here a little clip of the V-Wing doing that. Oh, man, he's just mowing some droids down there.
Yeah, just absolutely shredding. You're going to see this happen quite a bit, especially in this phase, because there's a lot of open field here, right? And you can just come through for some great great bombing runs, really, and eliminate as many people as you possibly can. And also, you get the presence of an air vehicle out there. Players will fear the skies, and they will, you know, look for cover in this map where it's already difficult to find cover to begin with.
Esqueci pra rodar.
Absolutely, and you can see right now that there is
droga, posso ficar atrasando.
Open map, and then when you start phase 2, it's like everything starts coming in and coming way closer together. And we were talking a little bit more about the assault class. So for somebody who has just started playing this, never played any previous versions, do you feel like the assault class might be something perfect for them to pick up?
I think the assault class is that's painful. The assault class is something that a lot of players will be able to jump right into. They're your frontline flanker attacker. I think they're going to be fairly easy. You can get right in and just start having your typical run and gun action. Their signature ability, you see here at the top of the screen, your number 2 ability, that switches you over to a shotgun. You get a little bit faster, and you're able to really get in there and kind of break through those front lines.
Oh, I love it. I love using the shotgun, man. It is so good, and it's actually when I first used it, it really caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it. I said, wait a minute. Destroy people with it. So I just charged into the room and just absolutely shredded everyone. It was so fun to play.
Maravilha, travou.
Also seen some great dogfighting here between the clones and the separatists. This is certainly what a lot of folks love in Star Wars, and just really in any game that DICE makes, right? They just always do a good job with the air combat. He's really trying to track him down. This Vulture's
not
really
having much luck.
No, that Vulture cannot shake him.
Oh, so we got Star Wars HQ here. He's playing the assault class again, and you saw here he has the signature thermal detonator that he'll be able to kind of suppress some of those guys with as he rushes in.
And there are different weapons as well. Like one of the guns that I would oftentimes use was the semi-automatic gun. It fired a lot slower, but you can get some great shots with it. And then there's also this nice compact SMG style. Blaster that really shreds through people in close range. I was, using a little.
I mean, we want to give you a little bit more weapon variety this time around,
Yeah.
Also, some AAT tank action here, and this is that doing what it does best. It's suppressing that point, trying to keep those clones out of the way.
They're trying to make their way forward as the objective continues to march down. He has to get away.
He's trying to, I don't know, is he trying to flank the tank? That's not smart.
I don't know, man. Maybe he will. Maybe
oh, you saw a little combat roll there. Gotta give you some escape options in case you get some.
Uh-oh, we didn't get to see this one before. Finally,
oh, we haven't.
Some ATRTs, yes. Gets the tank, should they see it? So you can imagine like 3 or 4 leads on the battlefield really rushing around points. Like, look at this.
A transmissão não tá nem alta qualidade, mas eu não consigo ficar fixo.
Oh, I was actually going to say, could I get shot off of it if I'm on top of it because my body's exposed?
Yeah,
that was that question was answered. You know, instantly.
Almost immediately.
Yeah, almost immediately. Oh man. So Mr. Musel here. You know, look for this guy to be on a tear a little bit later as well. And also, I did want to highlight, we had an officer, as a matter of fact, right in front of Star Wars.
Dá não.
One of my favorite classes.
What is it about the officer that makes it so unique?
Tô tentando ao máximo ficar em 400.
My Twitch skills
não tá dando.
My teammates, try to let them get some extra health, let them push through the points faster. And
what happened there?
Finally some good
cara
fighting going
liga a merda do alarme do carro do nada.
What's great about some of these starfighters is these are accessed through our new battle point system. So instead of finding a pickup token on the map like we used to in the last game, you're now able to, depending on how well you do, whether you're scoring points via kills, via team play assists, or you're playing the objective like we really want players to do, you're earning points continuously that will allow you to spend those on whether it be a special character, whether it be a vehicle, or even a hero.
And the battle points that allows you to unlock all of those things.
All those things, definitely.
And also something to look out for too. When we get into phase 2, that's when battle points are really going to play a role there, right?
I mean, right now, definitely you see a lot more. It's an open space. You have time for this air combat, some vehicle gameplay. But once we get inside, it's going to be a different story.
That's right. Things are definitely getting heat up. And what is this happening, right? This is a lock-on just trying to shake him out.
Yep.
Yeah, they better enjoy their
Eu acho tão bonitinha essa nave
because that's not going to be
não, uma nave com R4.
Oh, Master G is just destroying him. Oh, he got picked off.
E como sempre, uma nave com R4 destinada a se fuder.
It's that combined arms fire. You want to make sure that somebody's trying to cover you from the air.
Direitinho.
Oh boy.
Tempo real.
And you can see after every respawn as well, you get those
E trava. Eu falo assim, tá bonitinho, tá tudo certo. Aí trava, que maravilha. Que lindo.
And so in the specialist class, you can also deploy different types of traps as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So they have access to trip mines. So if you want to sit there and you want to be, that true sniper character, you set up some trip mines behind yourself.
O laser sai mais concentrado.
But really, you're there to provide some of that cover fire for your troops downrange. And it's especially potent in this area because it is such a big open area. So that specialist will really shine in phase 1.
Some more bombing runs here and just absolutely tearing them up. I have to say, man, Musok is killing it in this world.
Again, he's doing great. Oh, and we see there one of the officer classes right next to one of the clones.
Officer, fantastic for pushing, right? You want to be able to push the objective.
Definitely.
Support your team. Like, if you are playing with your buddies, you want to be able to have at least one officer available because he keeps you going in the fight.
At least. I mean, they really help push, when those heavies are trying to drive towards a point, you got your officers behind you, giving you some extra health, making sure that you're still able to complete that push. Or on the opposite side, if you're one of the droids and you really need to lock down a point, the officers have access to a turret that they can place on the ground and, give you a little bit more fire support for that area.
I'm trying to see if Massive G here is, he's really focused on the bombing runs, right? He's not trying to go into combat with Musok, who's up there. There's Darkness 429. Just shredding everyone up here. Maybe he can get a couple kills in the corner.
He just went into siege mode?
Yeah, this is happening.
Oh, yeah, so tell us about the siege mode. How does this play out?
In siege mode, for a limited time, you're able to just blow up some huge area effect shots. You lock down your position, but you're able to have a lot more firepower.
We also just saw the B2 Super Battle Droid there as well. That's something you can
Another one of my favorites. Another one of my favorites. Yeah, you can grab those guys via the battle point system. Those guys, great at pushing points again. They have high health, a lot of rapid fire. Oh,
here we go.
Oh, there it is.
And this big explosion indicates phase 1 is over. Now we start phase 2, and this is when the action really begins to pick up here because it gets really tight inside of that building, and players need to be mindful of that and look for this B2 to just shred through everyone, especially with that cooling ability that he has, to be able to keep him just constantly shooting in the fight.
He's gonna make a huge difference here as the fight moves inside. I mean, there's gonna be narrow pathways.
Essa fase 2 seria tipo Evolution do BF4?
Because it's those narrow corridors, it's gonna be trouble.
And just waiting for the prime opportunity to push up here. players falling. Got, White Boy there. And there. Oh, here we go.
Opa!
Yes. Here we go, folks.
Aí a gente tem algo diferente. Aí a gente tem algo novo.
Darth Maul will excel in Phase 2 and Phase 3 as you're inside. I mean, he's a great mobile attacker.
Nossa, ele tá falando coisa.
Close quarters too, so he's absolutely perfect for that.
Absolutely.
Nossa, ele é roubado.
He's got that spin attack. He's able to just rush in and out of combat and just take guys out in the process.
It was funny. I was talking to Muselk earlier, and he was using Darth Maul, and he was saying how there's Boba Fett as well. He was talking about how he wishes Darth Maul could reflect. I was like, if he could reflect, he'd be too strong. He'd be way too strong.
There's Boba Fett. That was a good flank by Boba Fett. Shredded the Clone Army, unfortunately.
So what role does Boba Fett fill in this battle?
Boba Fett is definitely a hunter-killer. So if the Clone Army is able to get some of their heroes in play, like this is where Boba Fett will really shine. Is with that jetpack of his, he's able to kind of float above the battlefield, fire off some rockets, and really just take out an individual target.
And so what difference does he have from the last game?
From the last game, we've given him a bit new tricks. He's got a new concussion rocket that will really disorient players completely. But he also has this rocket barrage. Instead of just one rocket, he's able to really just lay down some suppressive fire.
Nice. Also, one thing to keep in mind, we saw the B2, here we go, but on the clone side, there are specialist, characters that you can pick up as well. We haven't seen much of it yet, but that would be the clone jump trooper.
That's right.
Very different from the standard like assault class or heavy class. It has the jump jets that you love from Battlefront, the original.
That's right.
Brought back here, but now focused on the central class.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're back to Boba Fett here with the
look at that.
He's shredding.
He will just lay down so much firepower. It's intense.
Oh,
they got him though.
Down. Jesse was able to find him on that one, but here comes some officer gameplay here.
Oh, good. Finally, somebody playing some support.
Support people matter too.
They do.
You gotta give them some love.
We're the linchpin of the team,
Yeah, exactly. Now, what is his 2 exactly? His 2 is the healing ability?
His 2 ability is that, exactly. It's that healing ability. It gives you a little bit of buff for your little over health, but it also heals you back up. So it's, we got some of the jump troopers.
Oh boy, and here we go. It's getting ready
for
phase 3.
Como é que os caras e os clones vão conseguir
We talked about him before.
reagir? Eles estão levando uma
super fun
surra.
to play. But again, it's attached to a specialist now, so not everyone's going to have it equipped, although it was really fun in the original Battlefront.
Right.
But I am going to be excited to hop in the jump trooper and shred people myself.
I mean, I know a lot of people love the jump back.
Oh, now we've got Rey! Not gonna lie, I'm super excited to play as her.
She's quite a powerful character.
Don't run!
Some of her abilities.
Finalmente eles estão com algo bom, né?
Don't run!
Quickly, but
they got the droid fallen by a simple droid.
Meu Deus!
How does her mind trick?
Esse time dos vai morrer muito.
Rey's mind trick is something that
O time dos tá fudido. O outro time tem o Boba Fett e tem o Darth Maul. Aí o time deles tem a Rey.
Just so you guys know, this is when it gets insane. Because there's so much going on here. And was that
we saw a little Han, yeah.
Are we gonna get some Han?
I hope so.
I hope so.
But I mean, you saw it earlier. So every time you finish a life, we'll show you how many battle points you have. And some people have enough points to get those reinforcements. And especially this late in the game, you'll see a lot more of these special classes coming out, a lot more of the heroes coming out. So again, this jump trooper here, with his rocket launcher and his jump back, trying to be mobile, trying to fly into that last zone and capture a point.
This is really where heavies are going to thrive as well because my goodness, you just see
laying down fire
through the doorway, just absolutely dominating the clones. They need to push out. They need to fight this one out here. There are so many lives left that the Separatists have to their team. They could really run through this. The clones have to start acting fast because if they cap it, that will be it. The Separatists will win this game.
It's not looking so good for my boys in the Clone Army.
I'm a Separatist fan, so I'm excited.
I'm just going to go on whichever team wins.
Oh,
okay.
So I'm not going to be too picky here.
Okay, jump and ship. I understand that. No loyalties. Maybe you are Sith after all.
Maybe I am.
Oh, who knows? Shots fired. Shots fired.
So in this third phase, though, in the droids are trying to capture that throne room. So you can see here, if you remember, it's just this is the main throne.
And this is such super close quarters. Do you have any sort of strategies that you would?
Absolutely. I mean, if you're the clones, you're hoping that. Oh, geez.
Han Solo was just getting torn up.
This is gonna be trouble.
It's like too soon, man. I can't relive Force Awakens again. Like don't do it.
Darth Maul is just destroying absolutely everything. I mean, is there any tips to taking him down?
I mean, you want to try to combined arms fire.
Oh. The tip is. Blasters.
Run away. Maybe run away.
Run away and just shoot the crap out of Darth Maul. Oh man.
He was our MVP. Look at that.
Uau, o código do Darth Maul mandou bem pra caralho.
Nice stuff.
Vamos ver se é MVP.
Congratulations.
Não tô jogando com um bicho roubado desse.
Well, guys, that was it. What did you guys think?
I love it. It's so good. It's like, I love the class-based gameplay personally. Because again, you can really get your squad, your friends, to get together and say like, hey, I want to, run the officer, and we're, we're running through some highlights here. Maybe that wasn't the best highlight.
Not the best highlight.
Because although maybe it wasn't.
Let's take a look at some of these highlights.
Actually, I think it's just a crash montage. I think that's what we're gonna do at this point. It's just all crashing all the time. I'm down with that.
But it was Musak. I mean, he's sitting there, getting as many battle points as he can for his next life. I mean, that's what you want to try to see with those battle point systems. You want to snowball your points, keep earning them, keep building, getting more and more things.
Yeah, that's right. And again, just the game. One thing I do want to compliment the team on, EA and DICE, just the way the game looks. It's so beautiful, especially seeing this part of the Star Wars universe brought to life. The way that you guys really managed to do so. I mean, kudos on that one. Once again, just dropping jaws everywhere.
We try. I mean, the team back home is amazing. They do incredible things. I mean, you can see it looks so pretty. Just look at this laser fire. It's intense, and it looks beautiful.
It really does look incredible.
So good. I was just gushing right now. Like we get it. The game looks good. Definitely. Oh man, but that was awesome. And overall, I mean, I have to say, like I can't wait to get my hands on it. I can't wait to coordinate with my friends. And destroy the clone scum. I can't wait for that. Yeah, exactly. Separatists all day.
Well, guys, that was so awesome. Now, if you guys are in LA, you can come join us at FanFest this weekend. And if you come down on Monday, we've got a chance for you guys to win a trip to Gamescom in Germany this August. All you have to do is come and play, which is, I mean, that's not asking too much. And you have to be the best player of your match, and you guys will be entered to win a trip for 2 to Cologne, Germany.
Os caras irem jogar na E3 e os MVP vão ganhar a chance de viajar para... Ah, não.
Ridiculous conventions ever. If you happen to go, it's insane. It's massive. So you're not. If you don't get the trip, you're going to be really sad. But if you do get the trip, you and Buddy, you're going to have a good time. It's a fun time. Hopefully, I'll see you there.
Well, if you guys like Star Wars like we do and you guys want to play as your favorite heroes and villains, you guys can download Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes right now on Android or iOS. And you can play as any of the iconic characters that you guys saw today and many more. Paul, I also heard that you're making Battlefront 2 because you've been playing a lot of Galaxy of Heroes.
I play a ton of Galaxy of Heroes. I've played that game every day since it launched. I think I've actually spent about $1,000 in that game.
You have a problem.
I do have a problem.
Yeah.
Oh,
but there's just so much Star Warsy goodness. I can't help it.
I got to pick it up. I have to play.
You should try it.
Yeah, I know my brother. He's going nuts about it. So I guess I have to make it.
Yeah, I started playing in December, so around the holidays, that's pretty much all I did. It was great.
At Christmas, just
all right, sorry, I'm busy. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us here. Stay tuned to Battlefront2.com for more about the game, and we'll see you guys soon.
Porra, fica travando do nada.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you to the real rock stars of this show, the development teams inside EA. You are truly amazing. Now, we can't wait for more of you today, and there's more coming. Stay tuned online for a closer look at some of our biggest games. And remember, EA Play is for all of you, our players. Thank you all for joining us. Now, let's play.
Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? Sério? A RPG de turno de Star Wars. E eu acho que essa é a versão mais escrota que eu já vi na minha vida do Luke Skywalker.
Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Download for free today.
We're here in Hollywood, California at EA Play. We're here to talk to you today about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and a brand new character we have come to the game we teased last week, Grand Admiral Thrawn. Today I'm joined by Cassandra Gomez, Community Manager for Galaxy of Heroes, also known as Cozy Spoon in the community, and Daniel McLaren, Lead Designer on Galaxy of Heroes, also goes by Not Really a Jedi.
It's true, I'm not actually a Jedi, but I am excited to be here. But not pleasantly, it's not pleasantries. I want to get into it. I'm excited with just the Empire rework and the Dark Side Rising. We're bringing it to the culmination of Grand Admiral Thrawn. I want to know more about him.
So before we get into it, I think we have a trailer we're going to show you guys. So let's go ahead and roll that. So there he is. You guys have seen him for the first time here at EA Play. So Cassandra, what's the community? Are they excited about Thrawn?
The community has been in a Rebel season. They're ready for Empire Dark Side season. And they want to know about Grand Admiral Thrawn. What can you tell us? And most importantly, the community wants to know, how can we wreck faces?
And that's awesome because Admiral Thrawn is one of those characters that in the universe, he's incredible. I mean, he's the guy that was unstoppable. He's defeated everybody. He's the only alien allowed in the fleet at this time. So bringing that to design and bringing him in, trying to figure out how we were going to make him, that was the real challenge. So we spent a lot of time figuring out what are the kit design pieces that we need to put together to end up with a guy who was killer in PvP, could do very well in PvE, but ultimately still function as a beast inside raids. So
tell me, how is he a beast in raids? And tell me more about this cleanser. I'm hearing rumors of cleansing.
Yeah, so he is the first Empire character that brings a cleanse to Empire allies only. So he has the ability to not only cleanse himself, but a targeted ally as well. But he has something that's super unique that we've never done with any character before, and that is that Admiral Thrawn brings a special ability to every Empire-only ally in your team. That ally will now have the ability to cleanse their own debuffs, and in doing so, allow themselves to manipulate their own turn meter. Thrawn then manipulates other people's turn meter, and inside raids, that functionality has changed a little bit. So, for example, he might do a speed down or a speed up on somebody and then later apply ability block buff. Total nerd here, but he then, when you take that into a raid, he says, I no longer do that, but I apply a defense down instead, and it's unresistible. So a lot of functionality we've added to him, made him very strategic. One other thing that's super cool is he has the ability to take his own turn meter, completely get rid of it, apply it to somebody else, and at the same time, messing with their protection. So super strategic, super excited. I'm super excited.
He's getting creative out there.
Yeah.
Almost an artist of war.
Yes, totally an artist of war. Yeah, he's incredible.
Can
We're very
you tell
excited.
us a bit about the event that's coming up?
So, you will be able to acquire Grand Admiral Thrawn through our traditional legendary event structure. So you will need to go out, get the Phoenix Squad members, as they are the people that we see in the show with Thrawn. He's their primary protagonist, or I'm sorry, primary antagonist. And
yeah,
so,
I was about to say, wait.
Yeah, he's their friend, best friend ever. So you'll take your Phoenix Squad, you'll go in, you will fight Thrawn, and you will be able to acquire a Thrawn, up to a 7-star Thrawn through the participation in this event.
Porra, não podia ligar menos pra isso, cara. Tá bem...
All right. Well, that is our... actually, when can players get Thrawn?
Yes. So, Thrawn will be available June 15th in, like I said, traditional legendary style event. We're super excited, so you got plenty of time. The game is set up for you right now. We've brought all the Phoenix members into the game. They're completely accessible. So go, get them ready to go. Thrawn will be there. Like I said, everybody's really excited. We're amped.
Awesome. So next week, you're going to be able to get your hands on Thrawn in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So that concludes our EA Star Wars portion of the show. We're now going to throw to Need for Speed Payback. I believe we've got an awesome trailer.
Voltar no Payback?
So, all right, thanks everyone.
Já não tinha falado?
We were a crew, and she left us with nothing. We are gonna end this, starting now.
Get me close to him. I'll take care of the rest.
No one has touched this cargo.
There's something much bigger going on here. Jump! Get down!
Hey, Matt. You built this all yourself?
An artist can turn any scrap into a supercar. This crew right here
always wins.
Fica travando, fica pulando negócio. Saco.
Hey, what's going on, guys? We're here at EA Play checking out Need for Speed Payback. I got two devs here with me, and we're going to be checking out some gameplay and some customization. I'm here with Will Ho, who's the creative director on Need for Speed Payback, and Bryn Albin, who is a vehicle director on Need for Speed Payback. So, we're going to be jumping into some stuff. Can you give me a little heads up of what we're going to check out?
Yeah, Need for Speed Payback takes all of the classic elements of Need for Speed that all of our fans love. It's got authentic car culture, iconic cars, deep customization, intense racing, epic cop chases, and gorgeous environments. We're taking all of those classic environments and we're putting them through the Hollywood lens and turning Need for Speed Payback into the ultimate action-driving blockbuster.
So, should we just jump straight into it?
Let's do it.
All right. So we're going to jump into the Highway Heist. What exactly is this?
Yeah, so this is one of our action blockbuster missions in which we have 3 characters. We're introducing 3 characters in Need for Speed. One's Tyler, aspiring street racer. Second is Jess, who's going to be riding shotgun. She's the ultimate professional action hero. And then we've got Mac. He's going to be providing remote reconnaissance. He's a little bit of a joker, a little bit of a showman, providing a little comic relief, right? And so these 3 characters are going to work together to try to steal back a car that the house stole from them. Right? And the house is this evil cartel in the city of Silver Rock. They control all the street racing, they control the casinos, they control the cops. So really, they're stacking the dice against you.
Okay, so that's what we see here with the Koenigsegg being loaded up into the back of the trailer?
That's right. So this is the car, Koenigsegg Regera, with $2 million. Right? And it's being loaded in the back of this truck. That driver is not going to make it easy for you to try to catch up to him. And these guys have devised a plan where they're going to hijack that truck and steal this car in motion in classic action movie fashion.
All right, sounds good. I think we can handle that.
Time to show the house.
All right, so I will say I've played this a couple of times already, so I sort of know what to expect, and I hopefully won't crash, but... So where are we exactly? Can you explain where we are and the whole landscape?
The first thing you see here is Fortune Valley. This is the most diverse open world that we've ever built for Need for Speed. It's got a massive city called Silver Rock.
Meu filho, você tá jogando mal pra mostrar que o jogo é de verdade?
We've got some mountains for great, drifting events and hill climbs. We've got the canyons and a desert. And this is a place called Timber Valley. You look at it, it's sunny, it's hot, it makes you thirsty just looking at it. And it's the perfect setting for an action movie heist like the one you're about to do.
So one of the things that's already really cool is that I can just drive off-road. You're no longer confined completely to the roads.
That's right. It's the most open Need for Speed experience we've ever built. So you can find your own path. I mean, we've got checkpoints in this mission to lead you straight to that truck. But when you're free roaming, you can go off-road. You can explore this world. It's massive, and there's tons to explore and tons to find.
Cool. So what's going on here? There's the truck. That's what we got to take down.
The rendezvous point. The crew, they're meeting here. They're waiting for this truck. It's carrying the $2 million Koenigsegg. It's going to whiz past here, and then Tyler and Jess are going to hop into action here. They're going to hop into their Mustang RTR. Yeah, classic Need for Speed ride here.
Right?
So what's the plan? What are we planning to do?
Yeah, so Tyler's going to take the wheels. Going to use his street racing skills to carve his way through dense traffic. He's going to deal with some AI rivals that are going to protect the cargo, but most importantly, he's going to drive and catch that truck so that Jess can get into position to hijack this truck in motion.
All right, sounds good. Let's get going and catch up to this truck.
See what you can do, Nick.
All right, so I've got nitrous. There we go.
You got nitrous, punch it. You're going to try to catch up to these rivals. We got 2 Dodge Challengers, all blacked out. They're clearly evil.
Gotta take them out. Yeah, let's go.
The house won't let us anywhere near the truck.
So, we've got health on top.
Oh.
Whoa, that was a quick takedown. That was a natural takedown.
You are a natural action movie hero, man.
What?
Yeah, so we've got these cameras that present your biggest, baddest crashes in the game. Alright, so let's catch up to the truck. The plan is to catch up to the truck by the tunnel, because in the tunnel, any air surveillance, they're not going to be able to see this hijacking in motion. So you got to take this truck down in the tunnel.
So one thing I think we should talk about really quickly is just the way the game feels. Could you mention that a bit?
Yeah, you know, we pride ourselves on having heroic driving physics that are really pick up and play. So anyone can pick up the controller. They're hopping on this Mustang, they're going 150 miles an hour, and they feel like a hero right away.
So we caught up to the truck and things never go to plan.
Yeah, in action movies, yeah, things go sideways. So, you know, the truck driver really doesn't want you to steal that Koenigsegg. So he's brake checked you, the doors are flying open, and you're set back. He's just he's booking it right now. He's plowed through all these traffic cars, making life tough for you. You got to navigate your way through the scene and catch up to that truck.
He's made an absolute mess of this highway. All right, so I'm pushing.
All right. You can catch him, Nick.
I'm going.
Nitrous.
I need more nitrous.
There we go.
All right,
here we have some enforcers. So now, you know, talking about the AI improvements we made. So a lot of the fans are asking for tougher AI, you know, so that when they catch up to opponents, they're really jostling and battling with them. Every overtake is earned. So these guys have ramped up their attitude to 11, right? So when you shunt them, they're going to fight back. So they're not going to make life easy for you, Nick.
Yeah, they hit you pretty hard.
What's cool is as you learn the world, you find different things in the environment that you can use against your rivals. So looking out for telephone poles, guardrails, traffic cars.
Oh, there's more.
There's a convenient traffic jam for EA to use. There you go.
Gonna try to get the other one right away. Gonna bounce off to him.
Esse foi menos bizarro.
Here we go. Oh, almost.
These guys are tougher.
Oh,
nossa.
You see?
Pretty nasty.
They are tough. Trying to get them
3 to go. Come on, Nick.
So one of the things that's really cool is, the best way I've found to take them down is to crash into things in the environment. Like using those poles, it's a little hard, but it's effective.
In any open world game, you're going to find ways that you want to go through this mission yourself. So even if you replay it over and over again, you're going to find different ways to take down these enforcers each time you play.
Trying to deal with them. They're tough, man. Trying to use the poles.
Only 2 left, Nick. The truck is getting away, man. You want that car.
There's no way this truck's getting away.
Oh! Whoa! That was a movie moment if I ever saw one.
All right, let's get rid of this guy.
All right.
There we go.
Boa.
Again, we play up, you know, these action movie moments, right? When you have these big crashes, we're gonna present it to you.
Isso, carro
I'm
bugou
gonna
sozinho.
wait up for this guy so I can crash him out.
Oh, he's gonna come charging at you. Look out!
There we go.
There you
got him.
Nossa.
Just like you planned it, Nick.
Esse acho que foi a batida
Alright, now
mais
you gotta
verdadeira.
catch up to the truck. Plan A went sideways, so we're gonna go to plan B. We gotta catch up to this truck. We gotta hijack it before that truck hits the city limits, because there's some serious heat on you. So you gotta get to that truck and get that Koenigsegg before you get into the city.
Let's catch him up. Pushing hard.
Truck driver's gone to oncoming, making your life difficult. You gotta weave through that oncoming traffic. You gotta gap.
There we go.
Gotta hit
There's
that
my
pocket.
gap.
Line it up for Jess. Come on.
There we go.
Here's Jess's big moment.
É, agora ela conseguiu ficar em pé nisso aí, não faz sentido não, hein?
With 3 drivable characters, we have interaction missions of these dynamic vehicle switches. So you were playing as Tyler Street Racer. Now you're going to jump into the Koenigsegg and you're going to drive as Jess.
Switching characters, I like it. And there you go.
You got it. You've done this before. You've stolen a $2 million car before, right?
A couple of times.
Yeah.
All right, so now we got to
feel that sense of speed in this awesome hypercar.
This thing's fast.
Now you've generated some heat in this mission. So look out here. You've got epic cop cases. When you play the Highway Heist, when Payback comes out November 10th, you're going to have to use Jess to take out cops, avoid rhinos, avoid spike strips, roadblocks, all the intense cop chase action that you'll expect from Need for Speed.
Cool. So what else can you tell me about the story really briefly?
So we've structured the game such that you're playing as these 3 characters, they all have their own quest lines, and it all comes together, them getting revenge against the house.
Cool. So, should we jump into some customization and
do that.
See what we can do with some of these cars in this crazy, crazy world?
Sure. Yeah, so customization, right? Marcus has been talking about it in the live show. It's back. We're not going to do anything out of the ordinary. Maybe we will.
Maybe we got some cool stuff. Yeah. So yeah, this is Bryn, the vehicle director?
Vehicle art director.
Vehicle art director, there we go. So you know these cars inside and out.
Yes, I've lived and breathed them for the last couple of years.
All right, so we're going to do some customization. Obviously, customization's huge for Need for Speed.
It is.
And it's back.
It's back.
And it's bigger.
It's bigger and better. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think we'll try and boot into the garage, and then we'll see what cars we've got on offer.
Yeah. So just briefly, we should talk about the garage itself.
Yes. Yeah. So the garage, we've got space for 5 cars in our garage, but this time around we have got a virtual warehouse. So that allows us to effectively give you limitless cars. Yeah. So you can bring them in and out of your garage, and work with the cars that you want to work with.
Cool. So you can do just as many as you want.
Absolutely.
Great. All right, so let's talk about some of these cars.
So we've got the Bmw M4. We had the M4 in the last game, but this time we've upgraded. We've gone for the GTS. So it's a bit more track orientated. It's a bit more performance orientated.
Okay, we got some muscle as well.
We've got some muscle cars. So last time around we didn't really hit the money on the muscle cars. So yeah, we've done a bit more this time around. And yeah, the Nissan 350Z, right? So everybody's been asking for it. We can't deny the fans what they want, so we've put it in Need for Speed.
Awesome.
And this one, yeah, it may look quirky, right? It seems a bit out of place in Need for Speed, but what we've done is we've built this feature called the Derelict that, again, Marcus touched upon it in the live show, but what the Derelict is a way for us to kind of let the player explore the open world that we've got. It's a rich open world that we have, so we've put these cars out there in the world for you to find and explore and kind of take them back to your garage and find all the parts that you need to build them.
Cool.
So effectively, it takes a car from stock to scrap. That's scrap to stock to supercar.
Cool. So let's jump in the Beetle and fix it up a bit.
Yes, absolutely. So it's looking a bit run down right now, right?
Yeah.
So we want to restore it back to stock.
Yeah. Now we should probably say as well, these Derelicts, you don't need to restore them like this. You can upgrade them a little bit. I think we'll show that in a little bit.
Absolutely. And you could leave it like this if you wanted to.
Yeah, for sure. Not my particular style, but you know what I mean.
It might be somebody's style.
So yeah, you can see some more of the parts. They're looking pretty good.
Absolutely. So we've tried to make sure that we've got parts in every interaction point that we have for this car. We want to make sure that we've got a rich experience wherever you go on the car. We've designed a lot of parts for this car as well because, out there in the reality, there's not that much that you can do to a Beetle, but this is Need for Speed, right? And we want to take it that extra step further.
Of course, of course. So, we can play around with this car. Let's talk about some of the brands that are also in Need for Speed Payback.
Yeah, so we've not ditched any of the brands that we had previously. So we've come back and we've got your Rocket Bunnies, we've got your Liberty Walks, we've got your Voltex parts, you've got APR parts, we've got all these rims that you can see right now.
So many rims.
So we love that stuff. We want to bring that back to the people.
Of course. So, I think we've done a pretty good job of showing this off. Shall we show off the big thing?
Yeah, so I talked about it previously. We want to take these cars to supercars, right? So here we are, we've got our super builds. So these are effectively the biggest, the baddest, the most performance-orientated cars that you can build in Need for Speed.
Yeah, I've got my personal favorite down at the bottom. Off-road.
Yeah, really? Off-road, yeah.
Off-road?
So off-road's back into Need for Speed. And
that is crazy.
We wanted to build something special, right?
Yeah.
And what's more special than to show a jacked up Beetle?
Awesome. So what do these do? We should say that these are derelict things, specific cars.
So yeah, the derelict cars that you find in the world will be the only ones that we can take to the super build. We want to make sure that those cars are special and you want to put some time into them and put the effort into making them the super builds, right?
Of course. Now, just while we have some extra time, let's talk about some of the stance tuning and stuff like that.
Stance tuning is back again. So what we've done this time around is tweak them slightly, right? We wanted to make sure that we could slam a car on the deck, right?
Of course.
We love crazy camber, so why not go even further than we did before?
Looks crazy.
It's a bit of an odd combination that you've got there. It's a bit SoCal, a bit rusty.
Here we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
So the wrap editor. The wrap editor's back. We're not going to go into the detail of it right now because, it would take you days maybe to create
of course. So I think that's been a pretty good first look at Need for Speed Payback. Any last words from you guys?
Yeah, everything you love about Need for Speed, plus action driving blockbuster missions, November 10th. Check out Need for Speed Payback.
All right, so thanks for checking out Need for Speed Payback. We'll throw it to Madden with the long shot trailer.
Devin, I covered your career at the University of Texas. Where'd you disappear to?
Today is the day that we put Mathis on the NFL map. A long shot from the depths of the unknown to being drafted by an NFL team.
All the eyes on you. What's to stop you from hightailing again?
Let me ask you something. Why are you here? Because football's my life.
My father used to say, when the world knocks you down, get back up again.
Wade is miles behind.
Long shot. You gonna get hit today?
You're not the only one trying to get drafted. No, man, forget you.
This time around.
Devin Wade at the line for the final play of the game. It's the biggest moment of your life.
Let's go out there and prove to the world that we belong.
Our second live look of Long Shot in Madden NFL 18. 4 years in the making. A lot of excitement in the Madden community today, and for good reason. I'm excited. We're here at EA Play at FanFest. Make sure if you're talking on social media right now, you're using the hashtag EA Play. But alongside me, I have Long Shot creative director Mike Young, and you might recognize this gentleman here from Friday Night Lights, but also Colt Cruz in Long Shot. Guys, welcome.
Thank you.
I'm in a Madden game. I'm in a Madden game.
Yes.
I never thought it was possible.
Woo! Made it happen.
Yeah, guys, this is a really exciting time, and I know especially for you, 4 years in the making of this process to get to this day. And really some of the main questions that we're focusing on here is the story of Long Shot. It's a football story that you can play. You know, what does that really represent, and why is it such a totally different experience to the Madden franchise?
Well, what we went about was really making the first campaign mode in a sports game. So we treated it more like that. It's an interactive movie that you're playing. So it's a totally different format than we've seen in other sports games when they've done story. And I think people are going to be blown away by how emotional it is, how much off the field there is to do and play. And the performances, the cinematography, it really does feel like this seamless movie versus a career mode with story scenes.
And that's the future of gaming, really. I mean, every year, Madden's going to push the envelope to be the authority on football as far as gaming goes, with graphics and with new ways and techniques that you can play it. But storytelling is the future.
Yeah.
Storytelling is where it's at. And the fact that you are getting a movie basically in Madden that has great actors and NFL Hall of Famers all wanting to be a part of it, then you know you got something special. And Mike did a bang-up job, man.
You know, and you say there about storytelling, right? A little later on, we're going to bring on some game changers. We're going to bring on some YouTube.
Hey!
No way.
What are you guys talking?
No way.
You guys having a little conversation?
Yeah. That was not planned. Anything can happen on National Live Internet, I swear.
J.R. Lemon, one of the stars, Devin Wade.
Devin in the flesh.
The Long Shot himself.
Thank you for having me.
Can I shake your hand?
Amazing. Can I shake yours?
Yeah. Hi.
Wow,
Nice to meet you.
This is a guy moment. This is a bro moment.
It is.
Nice.
I've been watching you a lot on
bem
virtual a lot,
estranho.
so it's fantastic to see you. Yeah. So pleasure. Wow, things changed. Okay. So we were actually just talking about the power of story, how it's affecting not just entertainment in general, but moving forward to the gaming industry. And for you, what was the story like for Long Shot? What was that emotion about for you?
Well, you know, I always call it I always call it the orphan.
Oh, give him a mic. Give him a mic. Get in there.
Oh, get in a little mic. You know, I always call it, we'll just get a little closer anyway.
Always want to meet him.
I call it the orphan story. You had this guy who was an innocent, who experienced something like extremely traumatic. He became an orphan. He wanted to sort of start to look inside and he wanted to hide. He goes to the military. And the compelling thing about the story is watching him find his warrior again. Watching him find his way out of that darkness and sort of into confidence again. I think any compelling story has those components. So that's what the story said to me, if that makes any sense.
It does, my guy. Let's get one of these right here. Oh, selfie mode. Appreciate that. No, but now we're sidetracked, but again, listen,
a good
sidetrack, fantastic sidetrack. So for you though now, Mike, for the core Madden community, a lot of what Scott had said there, it is about the story, it is about emotion. What can the core Madden community expect when it comes to the emotion in the story of Long Shot?
Well, I think there's two things. You want to feel like you're part of a real NFL world. So they're going to be at the combine, a playable combine. We haven't had that since like Madden 06 or something. So there's real authentic experiences here. You actually feel like you're hanging out with Dan Marino. Hall of Famer Dan Marino feels like he is a mentor, a big brother to the Devin character. I think when you embody Devin, you feel like you have a relationship, not just this entourage style cameo. But on top of that,
you just care about these characters. Devin and Colt feel like real friends that have a really big range. It's not just this surface level friendship, but you know, you're gonna have this big range of emotion, humor, fights, a lot of conflict driving you in the story, and I think people are gonna relate to it because it's a story about getting to the NFL, not trying to have people relate to these mega star things that are almost unrelatable. Like, so few people get to that spot in their life. But this story, I think, is so relatable because it's really just about dreams and pursuit of dreams, and the two characters have different perspectives on how they go about it, and I think that's what's going to shine.
Not to put you on the spot, but you guys are friends, right? You guys
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay, good.
We have become friends. We didn't know when we started on this journey, but man, we've been there for each other. You know, it's tough. He works at Albuquerque half the year. I'm in New York City all the time, but yeah, we become boys, man.
We bonded over Chick-fil-A.
We bonded over Chick-fil-A, 100%.
You like In-N-Out?
Not In-N-Out, Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
I like In-N-Out.
Spicy
the South,
sandwich,
baby.
Pretty good. It's pretty good. Tomatoes on there, it's fantastic. So, speaking of the next question we have here, what was it like working with Hollywood talent like this right here?
Well, it's amazing. You have a dream and you start the story, and it's just a piece of paper. Several hundred pieces of paper.
I've seen all of them.
But coming to the set and working and like developing these characters, it's so collaborative and they're so talented. And I think when we were together, they just made these people real. And it's just so fun to work with great people who care, and the collaboration was really what made it special. Like, we could, you know, talk through scenes and talk about why they're feeling the way they are, and they're just so talented. And I think it's going to be some of the best acting you'll see in video games all year from these two gentlemen.
Well, I think from our side too, like, you created an environment that really supported that. I felt like we felt really comfortable just creating and playing and knowing that you would listen if we had ideas or anything like that. And I mean, collaborating, what, 2-3 years down the line, just throughout the process with the script and just thoughts, seeing those ideas show up in the script. So, I mean, that does something itself, you know, when you talk about the work.
I got a phone call 4 years ago, and I think one of the smartest things that Mike did was say, I want good actors, but I want good actors who are also have either played football or are huge fans of football, so we can just get that all on the side. There's no technical stuff that JR and I had to learn. I played football in high school and college. JR played football in high school and college. We understand, and up into the NFL too, and we understand.
Minutes.
Minutes.
5 minutes.
But we understand the game, so we were able to put all that aside and not even worry about all that. All that language is not foreign to us, which allowed us just to really hone in on just the relationship that you have here.
It had to be authentic.
Yeah.
So
and then you get an Oscar winner, Mahershala Ali, who says, you know what, I want to be a part of your game.
Right.
That's how you know, world, that this script is legit. Mahershala Ali is in our game. It's crazy.
That was surreal.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I remember when he walked on set, people were like,
Not bad. This actually not bad. All right.
Yeah, it was him and Dan Marino there the same day. You've got an NFL Hall of Famer who wants to be a part of this, and you got an Oscar winner who want to be a part of this. And that just speaks volumes to how it plays on both sides of the fence.
That was the first day of shooting, so I was so nervous walking into there. Like, it's so limited with time when you're shooting these things. And so you have a half a day with Mahershala Ali with kids, so kids make it so much more complicated because they're just having fun, and there's a football on set, and they're trying to break the lights. But
classic kids. Just talking smack like they do.
If it was going to blow up, it was going to blow up on day one.
Yeah.
The most expensive day.
Well, I'm glad it didn't. Okay, that's fantastic. But, you know, and for you, Scott, you know, obviously Friday Night Lights, that's where people will see you and recognize you from numerous other things as well.
Right.
But what was the experience? How does it compare to what you did on Friday Night Lights to what you did with Long Shot?
You know, I've never worked on a project that had as many parallels for me to Friday Night Lights. I've worked on a bunch of other stuff, but nothing had that kind of grounded, small, conversational storytelling that Friday Night Lights had throughout the rest of my career, and so kind of until Long Shot. I mean, to be honest with you, you know, there was so much collaboration, and when I was on Friday Night Lights, I felt like I had ownership of that show because they empowered us to do this. And JR said this earlier, but while doing Long Shot, we also felt very empowered to be a part of the storytelling. We weren't just puppets for words that somebody was very precious with on the page. Mike had brilliant ideas and lovely dialogue, but then also was malleable and wanted to we all wanted the same thing, which is to have the greatest story. And that's what we did on Friday Night Lights. I always say it's tough to catch lightning in a bottle twice, but I think that we might have done it with this. I've already done it with Friday Night Lights. And at the heart of Friday Night Lights, it's about interpersonal relationships, about friendships. Like with Jason Street and Riggins, their tragedy changes their relationship. The same thing happens with Devin and with Colt. Tragedy really kind of changes and adjusts their relationship, and it's how they rebound from it that is the beauty of this story, and it's how they overcome. And adversity is used way too much in sports, but when you find out what they both go through, it's true adversity. It's not losing a game. It's losing a part of your life.
Eles falando sobre a história, mostrando quanto que eles gostaram de fazer essa história, trabalhar nela, o amor que eles botaram na história. Mas, mano, eu quero ver mais jogo. Eu não consigo negar que isso seja interessante. Seja legal ver eles falando sobre como foi fazer. O que eles gostam da história, quanto que eles se empenham, mas porra, eu quero ver mais jogo.
It's the human story, right? I mean, it's something that we all go through. We're all trying to accomplish different things, accomplish different goals. How do we get there? The ebb and flow of all that. And I mean, that's what I'm taking from what you're saying. But both of you guys.
Are we willing, when we're most down, are we willing to look in the mirror and face that and do something about it? Essentially. I mean, in the trailer, you have that moment where Devin's, walking towards the window, looking at Lucas Oil. Are we gonna be strong enough to actually get up off the couch, look in the mirror, and take action?
Now, be honest, JR. When you're watching yourself in that scene, are you looking at Lucas Oil? Or are you just looking at your reflection in the hotel window? I know what you're looking at, JR. I know what
you see what I'm dealing with.
So right, man.
This is what I'm dealing with every day.
That's fantastic. I mean, I got to know, have you guys ever played a game of Madden against each other on the sticks?
No, he doesn't want to get on. He doesn't.
Because here's the thing.
He doesn't want to get on against you. He doesn't want it.
I haven't picked up the sticks in a while, yeah.
Here's what I've heard. This guy really only took the role just so he could get free MUT packs.
Yo, this is true. This is one.
Opa, que eu ouvi? Travou.
100% true. I went to high school with one of the producers on Madden, and I've been hitting him up, man, in my hands. I'm like, I know they're not, but now you got no excuse.
No excuse.
I know.
Somebody shows up with a full-on team overall rating of 99. You're gonna be like, oh, that guy.
He's even gonna have
Porter.
a card.
He got, 28 billion credits and has all Rubik.
You just heard that right there from Mike Young. He's gonna have his own MUT card. That's gonna be fantastic.
Oh, I get my own MUT card?
Yeah.
Wait, Colt Cruz is gonna be in Madden on the team? What? Be ready to play with the Cruise missile, baby.
All right, now
it's coming.
Guys, it's time to bring in the game changers.
Awesome.
It's time to bring in our YouTubers. We have Onto the Boss, and we have iMavic. They're going to ask the tough questions. I just gave the layups. I just gave you the easy ones. Okay. These guys are going to ask the tough ones.
All right.
So let's bring them in. Onto, iMav, come on in, guys.
Yeah. What's up, man?
Yeah.
How you doing?
How are you? Good to see you. Gibbs.
Gentlemen.
What's up, bro? Good to see you. What a time to be alive.
All right, we have a nice wide set here. We could basically start our own team right here, almost, right? But,
right.
All right. Onto, Mav, take it away.
Well, I saw the trailer. I noticed a lot of familiar faces, and I wanted to ask Mike, what other stars did you work with when creating Longshot?
Well, we mentioned earlier Mahershala Ali. That was pretty insane. It was before he won the Academy Award. What was cool about the role at the time is I think we were mostly familiar with him being this like tough military guy and things like Hunger Games or a tough character and like House of Cards, but we got to bring him in and he's playing this father. And I think everyone on set that day was like, I wish he was my dad. He was so warm with the children, and it was a way up until obviously Moonlight he plays a father figure, but we hadn't seen that yet. So it felt like, wow, we're seeing a different side of him, and it was so amazing. We had the Dan Marinos, the Chad Ochocinco's.
Wow.
Those days were super fun. Everybody was geeked out.
Chad Johnson took everyone to sushi at the end of the day. He was like, who wants to go with me to get sushi? We're like, what? There's a 40-person crew standing around. We're like, what, all of us? He's like, yeah, let's do it. I mean, he had a blast.
That was pretty cool. I mean, we had film legend Barry Corbin. I mean, there's just
that was a good moment.
So many people and so many stories from set. It was incredible. I think people will love the cast because it feels grand. I think a lot of the gaming stories feel small, like not very many characters, not many sets, but I think this is an epic story with an epic amount of places you see, epic amount of cast, all just so much variety to it. Women, children, 80-year-olds, 8-year-olds, so it's really cool.
That's awesome.
It's fantastic.
Nice.
Nice.
Nav, your turn.
So I guess my question would probably be for the stars here. All right.
Oh, that's it.
Step up.
So I know it was a 4-year process, right? Putting together Long Shot. What would you say was the biggest challenge for you guys? Oh man,
tough ones.
Waiting. Making them think, yeah. Waiting. Yeah. To get a phone call from Mike 4 years ago, say, hey, we want to make this game in Madden, and we'd love for you to be a part of it, and then not hearing another word from anyone for like 9 months, and I'm just like, right? Did he change his number? I get a text back, it's like, sorry, new phone, who this? I'm just like, am I still a part of this thing anymore? And then 2 years ago, we end up in Vancouver for just a week, just JR and I, and I walk in and I'm like, they've already got all this footage of other people playing our roles, like stunt guys and stuff. They had done like some test footage. I'm like, I got recast again? Right. And then I couldn't make it down to Orlando. I was shooting something in New York, and then there's a table read in Orlando, and some guy texts me, because I went to high school and college in Orlando, and I knew this cat. He texts me, he's like, yo, I'm at this table read. And I was like, they cast me again! They recast me again! It was just like the waiting, I'd say, was like my biggest problem, was like, because it takes even double the time of a movie or a TV show. Like sometimes you'll shoot a movie or a show and you know next year it's coming out. But with the game, the cycle to build this thing from the ground up takes so long. And it was just shifting my brain that way.
I mean, but yeah, Scott mentioned the 4 years ago, he was the first person to verbally commit to this thing, which was great because I got to make the script him. You know, think about his specific talents, his personality, and really custom the role for Scott. And having somebody like Scott commit early was definitely a lot of confidence that this thing could be real and people are excited by it. And then we went on the long journey of trying to get it greenlit and all that.
Okay. Oh, man.
So mine isn't as deep at all. My biggest hurdle was getting over this doggone camera that you have in your face, right? Like, so we're having arguments, and like we forget this camera's there, and we just like clashing the camera. And every time it clacks, like we got to start over.
Yeah.
Like,
every time you got to start over, you got to do.
Yeah, you got to do the T-pose, and that was my biggest one. Just like have you ever seen like the motion capture shoot where they have the thing and the dots all over your face?
Yeah.
You can't put your hand in front of your face. You might want to wipe your nose. Can't wipe your nose.
Can't wipe your nose. So it's more takes than you're used to doing. Yeah, like if you want your character to rub his eye in the scene, you got to do this.
Yeah, you're like
you got to like reach, but not actually touch your face.
Exactly.
It's like so strange.
So that was one of mine.
Yeah, we got really close because we spent in effect 6 weeks together in wetsuits with each other.
For real?
It's just me and him in wetsuits.
It was some man moments.
Shiny balls all over ourselves in face makeup that looked like we were a Cats reject. Yeah.
Os caras começam a zoar aqui, os caras fazendo.
What's amazing about the cast is that they're in the same white wall room every day with these suits. They don't have costumes, they don't have props. It's all in their mind. And these performances are so believable and natural. And I'm just so proud of what these guys did. And I think with those cameras and how unnatural it is to have 40 people staring at you and then these weird outfits and all these rules on addition to just being present in the acting, I'm just blown away by them.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike.
I think we all just had a moment. I feel like we're all becoming friends, like closer. I'm excited about it.
Hug this one out.
If we can hug it out, we'll hug it out. But
it's the same emotion you'll find in Long Shot.
Hey. I got a question for you guys though. Are you excited about Long Shot?
I am excited.
I am.
It's like the first time we've seen something like this, so I think a lot of fans are going to be excited as well to play it.
Nice. Right, yeah, it's a new experience to Madden. So
yeah.
I feel like we're going to reach a whole new audience, bring a lot of new people in, and hopefully that carries over to the other modes as well.
You know, the crazy thing is about that is a lot of guys like you YouTubers and that create content online, you guys would like fake making your own story mode, right? But now you got one.
Now we got
you got one, right?
Now we got it.
Now you actually have a true, authentic story.
Exactly.
A lot goes to these guys. There's a lot of guys behind the scenes that you got to give a shout out to as well. But you know, overall great experience. I got two things for you though.
I do have one thing to say. I just got one thing to say, and it's important for everybody out there. When you see this and you know that Devin is a character that you're going to play, not everybody's Devin is going to be the same. And it's important that we get the point across. Everybody's going to be able to play Devin differently. There's branching dialogue. There's different choices. The outcome of this game, you think everybody's going to get drafted? That ain't the case, man.
Not necessarily.
That ain't the case. So everybody's going to have a different path with Devin. It's not just, oh, I got to play as Devin and Colt. No. You play Devin how you want to play Devin. You play Colt how you want to play. That's it. So you still have all of that opportunity to make your own choices, right?
It's fantastic stuff, guys. I appreciate all of you for Scott, Mav, Mike, JR, Anto. I appreciate it. I got one request, and you're going to have to help me make it happen.
All right.
We have to find the behind the scenes of them smacking into each other with the drink. We got to get them in the wetsuits. I got to see it because we're going to put all that online. I mean, we're going to find a way to do it. We're going to find a way.
Expose them.
We'll make sure you look good. Don't you worry. Yeah, let's get one. Another one here for the fans. Oh,
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on video.
Oh, yeah.
Man, for a guy who's never seen himself in pictures, he takes a while.
There we go.
All right, guys, that is going to do it for Long Shot Madden NFL 18, a story mode you can play. And right now, we're going to kick it over to the other.
Sim, era uma suástica nos comentários.
Uma
suástica nos comentários.
Futebol.
Futebol, porra. Futebol. De novo, mesmo trailer de FIFA, que eu ainda acho que esse trailer tem um efeito sonoro de tiro, que parece, acho que é um trailer de BF, por exemplo.
That is right. We are going from football to football. It's the hottest game known worldwide.
Absolutely.
FIFA, and it's back. It's bigger than ever. FIFA 18. I'm here with Sam and Matt, the creative director, and the lead gameplay designer, talking about a brand new FIFA, guys. Now, last year, FIFA 17 blew the world away. How are you guys doing up in Vancouver, knowing that you have to top that and make it even bigger and better this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's always what drives us, right? We always want to bring the best game to market, and last year was a massive year on many levels. It was the transition to the Frostbite engine, which was huge. It sold over 21 million copies, so a record year across the board.
Not bad.
Not bad. You know? And then obviously one of the bigger things was the introduction of the Journey and Alex Hunter, who in just 1 year has become one of the most famous names in all of football. So an incredible year all round.
We had the Men in Blazers on stage.
We did.
So hyped about Alex Hunter. What's he up to? What's he doing? But it's not just about Alex Hunter, obviously. I mean, when you guys announced the cover star for FIFA 18, everybody was like, whoa, that looks way better than that statue that was at that airport. That looks actually like Cristiano Ronaldo. But bringing in Cristiano Ronaldo, what is that experience just to kickstarting that experience and making it happen? How did that feel once it all culminated into what it became in FIFA 18?
I would say, well, first of all, it was an awesome experience working with the best football player in the world. We went to Madrid a few months ago to motion capture Ronaldo, and we're putting his animations in the game. So he's basically helping us create what it is the biggest leap in the history of gameplay. So that's quite important for us, special attention in gameplay this year. So there's so many new features that I want to tell you about gameplay. There's 4 pillars: the player, the teams, the atmospheres, and the dramatic moments. And let me start with the player. First of all, we have a brand new animation engine. It's called the Real Player Motion Technology. It's a system that allows us to pick animations every single frame. In the past, we used to do every step the player takes. That's an animation, and then we would just chain different animations, different steps. Now, because it's every single frame, for the human eye, just looks like one fluid motion. The movement of the players is very fluid. And this engine also gives us responsiveness, fluidity, and personality. So you will see how the entire feature set is about those three things: responsiveness, fluidity, and personality. For personality, as I mentioned, we're putting Ronaldo animations in the game, and now if you look at him, he runs exactly like Ronaldo. From any camera, you will recognize him right away. We also have the tools that allows us to personalize the movement of players, like Sterling, you saw in the video, how his hands are a little bit...
Sterling with a goal!
Oh yeah, Sterling, his hands like that, Robin, the hands more like in this position, Jordi Alba, the chest up. You will see all those characteristics in the game, and we have also 6 new archetypes for more personality for every single player in the game. So before, all the players would share the same animations for running. Now there is the short, medium, and tall player with the skinny and stocky options. So everybody is going to have more personality in the way they move. Then there is the dribbling overhaul. This is my favorite. Dribbling is so much fun, so responsive. And you will see a lot of personality. So you will see the players avoiding doing all those fancy things with dribbling, just with the left stick, just by jogging, for example. And if you pass the ball to somebody like Messi, he's going to be so explosive. You're going to see how he stretches to get to the ball, he leans. It's it looks very cool. The visuals are very improved from previous years. And also, if you pass the ball to somebody like Iniesta, he's going to be so good at hiding the ball, but he's not that explosive. So you need the combination of things. And there's also features for the team. There's a brand new positioning system that allows players to coordinate between each other to provide different types of support all the time. There's always going to be somebody doing safe support, so you can keep possession with a safe pass. There's going to be people doing diagonal runs, trying to unmark themselves, attacking runs, and they're going to be playing closer to the sidelines, so wider, in order to create better spaces. And you can now read football like professionals do in real life all the time, trying to read the situation. You can do now that in FIFA. So we also have a lot of play styles. For example, when you play career mode, you will have a different experience, so team personality, depending on what playstyle they do in real life. So for example, we have the tiki-taka, a lot of first-time passes, long balls. If you have players that are very good at dribbling, you will see them trying to beat on defenders, different options. And also for the defensive side, there's quite options like catenaccio, harass, there's many of them. Then there is the next part, which is the dramatic moments. We are changing our crossing mechanics, so now crosses are more dangerous, more driven, and the actual controls also change a little bit as well. We are improving our through balls, the shooting system. Now that the trajectories are closer to the goal to give you more realistic outcomes, but doesn't mean every single shot is going to the net. And finally, we have the atmospheres, which is very important as well. And there's regionalization, so basically depending on where you're playing in the world, you're going to have a different experience. The lighting is different, the position of the sun is very authentic, so you have the same experience as you get in real TV. There's a lot of props around the field, like even cars or commercial things, banners, flags, like in South America, for example. And there's a lot of work on the crowds. There's a lot of new chants, so you have a better audio experience, as well as the crowds now behave individually, so you will see them reacting very different than before. When there's a goal, for example, they will try to jump a couple of rows down, and you can actually celebrate with the crowd. You can hug them, you can do many different things. The gameplay is very, very fun this year. There's a lot.
Eles estão tentando realmente deixar a experiência mais interessante.
But I mean, when channeling all of that newness within a game like FIFA, especially where people have grown to expect it to play a certain way. Do you guys ever, I mean, is it a challenge for you guys to make it new, but still make it seem like the players who are good at FIFA can jump in and know exactly what they're doing and notice the differences that you guys made?
For sure, it's always a challenge. The game has to be very deep. So people are new to FIFA. That's true. People are new to FIFA. They need to be able to play it easily, and then people that are very experienced, there needs to be a lot of depth in the mechanics. But we think that fluidity is the key this year to be able to have the entertaining game for everybody that tries to join the game.
Nice. And I also understand we have a clip, a little gameplay trailer that we saw inside that we're going to take a look at right now. Show that beautiful footage.
show we forgot no.
PS4 for the players.
I mean, obviously,
come on.
I want that in my life. And obviously, introducing the journey last year. I mean, we talked about it earlier. Alex Hunter, the most tweeted about footballer in the history of the world. He scored like 32 million goals last season. 36 million. Sorry, Alex Hunter.
360 million, actually.
You know what?
Come on, don't undervalue it.
He scored over 1 million goals. There's no need to talk about how many over hundreds of millions of goals. And now we see a new iteration.
Absolutely, he's
the
back.
journey's continuing.
He's back for his second year, so it's one of those modes where we can't really divulge too much because we don't want to give it away.
Really?
But no, we can't. We're taking him to a wider world of football, so obviously within FIFA the game. So, but yeah, we're bringing him back. It's bigger and better. We're taking him to a wider world of football, so obviously within FIFA the game. So the journey one, he was alive from London, so we said it in the EPL. He was breakout year. So again, without divulging too much, he's going to spread his wings. So we said it in the EPL. That was his breakout year. So again, without divulging too much, he's going to spread his wings a little bit. So there's some surprises in store for Alex, and he's going to kind of spread his wings around the global world. Tumultuous year for the young lad.
Well, if you weren't one of the 21 million players who played FIFA 17, break it down a little bit about what the journey was when you guys kicked it off last year, and how you would like to see it go from here on out.
Yeah, so the journey was a cinematic mode, which we were able to do through the power of Frostbite. So it's one of the benefits of the Frostbite transition. And what it allowed us is to really kind of give a window into the world of football that we've never had before. So we've always done a great job of focusing on the 90 minutes on the pitch. We've never kind of gone behind the curtain and taken it off the pitch. And in this modern world, that's something that people have an interest in. Kind of what makes the footballer tick, what's his, family background, all that kind of stuff, and obviously it resonated spectacularly with the, over 30 million people played it, a whole bunch of those completed it through to the end and replayed it in many cases. So it really offered us an opportunity to show a side of football that we'd never done before in FIFA. And in terms of where we want to take it, obviously year one was his breakout year, year two he's now a bit of an established star. What he won was entirely up to the users, so you could have won the FA Cup, you could have won the EPL, you could have even got relegated. That was one of the beauties of it. It wasn't on rails, there was a lot of choice, and basically his career was in your hands. So we pick up from where we left off. So if you play Journey 1, you will start on the team you were in. He will have the personality you created through the cinematic moments, and then we'll kind of kick it off. And I will give you a little bit of an insight. We start with him on holiday in Rio, connecting with some of the locals, which you can probably imagine how he connects with locals in Rio.
Rough life. Yeah. Rough life. So, when creating that story and cultivating all this, how do you go about creating this lore for a character who's going to be going on this journey that you're taking him on, but make it resonate with people who might have been a professional football player, or if they just wonder what that life is like?
Yeah, well, one of the other challenges is making it resonate with people around the globe, because it was set in England, so it's important that the story is fundamentally about football, and it resonates with a football fan. So even if I'm from South America, I can connect with this story on a footballing level. And then the other part of that is just making it an interesting character, just fleshing out the character, giving him an interesting background, interesting support systems. Whom you control, but the support system and the characters around him is key, that they resonate with users and are interesting as well, and that obviously happens.
And what do you think was the most crucial sort of piece of feedback you received from people who did complete this journey, or just from fans in general? Was there any sort of comments that they made that you were like, oh yeah, we should sort of go in this route or maybe try something like this?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a great relationship with our fans, and we value their feedback because they're the most important guys. They're the ones that play it. So the good news is they loved it. They really resonated with the fact that they controlled his personality. Like I say, it wasn't on rails. One of the things we did take from the feedback was they wanted more big, major decisions in his life. Some key decisions that will change Alex and those around him. So keep an eye out for those. Some big big decisions that you have to make as Alex that will affect the story and the characters and etc. So again, it's one of those hard things to talk to because I don't want to spoil it.
Sure.
But there's a lot of good stuff in there.
I'm thinking like downloadable DLC, a villain character comes into his life. That villain is played by me.
Right. Okay.
Mocapped in Ronaldo suit, so I run like Ronaldo. I'm ripped like Ronaldo, and it could just create some tension.
We'll put that on the ideas board.
I mean, if there is an ideas board, I'd like that to go right to the top.
Well, I was thinking more of the bottom board.
Obviously, a lot of people are excited about the journey. We do have a trailer explaining what's going down in the second part of this journey coming in FIFA 18.
There is one question on everybody's lips.
What next for Hunter?
Everyone's hunting Hunter.
Alex Hunter is being talked about. I think all this Alex Hunter talk, I think that's just paper talk, if I'm honest.
Sehen wir Alex Hunter bald in der Bundesliga?
Seine Spielweise ist atemberaubend.
Alex Hunter is a proper talent, a huge talent. He needs the right club and the right manager. Any club will be lucky to have him.
Alex Hunter is in the media every day and it's getting annoying to be fair.
Oh, it's so irritating.
What kind of club would let Alex Hunter go?
And I'm not really sure that a move was the right thing for him.
But this guy's getting too big for his boots, blood. Alexander is a great too big for his boots, blood. Alexander is a great
very quick.
But want to know what's really fantastic? Some Battlefield, baby. That's right. We're going to have some Battlefield 1 action. I'm Golden Boy, joined by Andrew Galata, one of the guys working on this incredible game, as well as my homeboy, my partner in crime when it comes to these events. Wesley, how you doing, man?
I'm not too bad. How are you?
Fantastic. I can't wait.
Good.
I mean, we're going to see some awesome stuff with Battlefield 1. Yep. In fact, you know what, Andrew? Let's just jump into it. What are we going to see today?
Well, today we're going to take a look at Nivelle Nights. This is a first night map for Battlefield 1.
Okay. Night map.
Yep.
Now, what are some of the challenges with the night maps in particular that you found when you were making the game? Like when you were making, these maps?
Well, obviously, the first thing that comes to mind is lighting, right? You don't want to be in complete darkness where you can't see your opponent. You want to be able to view your opponent and get a good shot off. So it's really finding that fine balance there, really getting in, making sure that you can be strategic. So we wanted to be able to make sure that you could also find dark corners, hide a little bit, get where you needed to go.
Sounds like my play style.
Oh, yeah.
Just hide in a corner.
Hide in a corner, just snipe, right? That's what you're doing?
No, I just wait with a shovel. And then
you're the shovel guy.
Yeah, whack him in the back of the head.
Yeah.
That's how I roll, Wesley. What about you? How do you play?
Well, I'm trying to stick to assault. I'm more of an infantry player, so that close quarter setting, which we'll see in a minute, is definitely something that you can focus on this new map. Having played it in the testing environment, you're going to see some good close quarters gameplay.
Yeah, the trenches play really well here.
Yeah, they do play really well. And there's some interesting differences between the two trenches that I think we'll talk about later on in the stream.
I can't wait. I can't wait to share it.
So many details put into this map.
People had a chance to play this before in the test server.
Yep.
Was it as detailed as it is here, or are people going to see some new things that they haven't seen before if they played in the server?
Yeah, so on our CTE, the community test environment, it was in its kind of pre-alpha phase. So you're going to see a lot more details. It's really refined, making sure the artwork is as polished as possible, the gameplay is as polished as possible. So you might find a few little areas for cover that you probably didn't have on the CTE.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. And it's very exciting because I think when a lot of people thought about World War I, and it's exciting for some, and for others it's also concerning, which you'll see in a little bit. They have nothing to be concerned about because everyone thought, World War I, trench warfare.
Right.
That must be so boring. And obviously you guys didn't do that when the game first came out, but now you are bringing it to the trenches.
Right.
What were some of the challenges in making that combat feel exciting?
Well, when you think of World War I trench warfare, it's one trench on one side, one trench on the other, and you wait, right? Who's going to storm the other? And then the guys who get up out into the open, they're the ones that die first. But the way we went about it is we wanted to create a no man's land in between both trench sets. So we put a lot of cover and a lot of interesting spaces where you can even have some really good combat outside of the trenches. But once you go in, the turns and the corners and all the little nooks and crannies, tons of fun happening.
All right, well, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it. Nivelle Night here, and this again, this map looks incredible. If you guys haven't had a chance to check it out here at EA Play, oh man, you're gonna be in for a treat here. Wesley, what do you have for me, buddy?
Just wanted to say straight up, you might have noticed we're playing the Conquest game mode, but both sets of teams have got 2 captured flags already. And then in the no man's land in the middle, that's where you've got 2 neutral, uncontested flags.
Yeah, that's something really unique to this. We wanted to make sure that the 2 flags that were in your point are the flags that you already own. We thought it'd be really weird if you had to capture the flags that were already in your trenches.
Okay, is that something that you guys are experimenting for this one, or is it something that we could potentially see in other maps as well?
Yeah, I think that you might be seeing some more of this in the near future.
Yeah, because it is a little weird, right? To like start the game off and you're like, okay, well, we know what we're gonna get, right? So you might as well just get to the action quicker by just giving those 2 spots there. And it also makes that encounter a bit more intense for C and D, because you want to be able to push on the middle. Yeah, the no man's land, as you guys had mentioned before. Okay, so taking a look. Oh my goodness, just got absolutely shredded on that one. Bange just did all the work on that.
I think we're on board with Stone Mountain here, and we're in the middle of no man's land heading towards Dead Steel, and you might just be able to see over to the left as he goes over the hill here. You can see the massive shell of a Char-2C behemoth there, and that's been added in recently, I think.
Yeah, so what you're seeing now is the remains of the shelling, right? What happened in this time, this is based on Nivelle Offensive, where you had a shelling attack on the German front. And this is what we're seeing. This is the results, and you're fighting within the midst of that.
And they're doing their absolute best to be able to maintain control here of C, get Dead Steel locked down. I wonder what Stone's gonna, where he's gonna send his troops. Oh, they're looking to push forward. They're looking to push toward B.
Gonna take B.
Okay, I like that. Stone Mountain, Unit 64 on the move, and he's gonna find someone in front of him. Nice kill there on Q. JB, take a seat. Loving that.
Well, it's interesting that he's decided to go for the B point rather than going for the other no man's land flag. So what he's essentially saying to his troops is, look, let's take their trench line and force the issue onto them. Because as I said, they were already captured for that team anyway, and they've decided to just go straight for it and take those flags instantly.
This is exciting because, you know, the players right now, you have to make a decision. I mean, if I'm, you know, if I'm this squad, I'm thinking, okay, well, we need to push. We have to get a little aggressive. We have to, you know, do our absolute best here to kind of maintain our positions. And you know, the German forces, they only have...
sabia que
they are dominating at the moment. And actually, as we were watching Stone Mountain there going for some of the enemy trench lines, we ended up seeing that the 2 objectives that they'd run away from ended up getting taken by the enemy team. So the whole map sort of flipped itself on its head.
Uma qualidade bem besta também. Só assisto vocês que não assistem em qualidade ruim porque vai estar pelo transmissão.
Oh, the tank.
Wait, is there a tank out right now?
Yeah, look, in front of them you can see the HUD icon there.
You also got a little activity in the trenches down there as well. That player knew that he was in a real bad spot, so he had to get out of dodge as soon as he possibly could. And one of the things I do like about this with the trenches is, you know, there is that, as you saw right there, through the nade over, who knows who that'll hit, right? Like, you'll never know in the trenches.
Yep. Anybody could be hiding behind those corners.
Boy, Muggs ended up getting picked off there.
The lighting's really interesting in the trenches here, actually, because you've got some points that are very well lit. It's just certain parts. And then you go into the straight, narrow trench, moving towards the next bit of light, but you've got almost nothing in between. So you're just seeing the outlines of players off in the distance.
Yeah, and what's left of the moonlight to kind of light those spaces.
Well, let's talk about the lighting, though, because there is a distinct difference between the French and German side when it comes to the lighting.
Yeah, so this is really an interesting part of the map. We took a lot of interest in creating differences between the sides. And the way we did that, what you'll see is there's quite a symmetry in this map. And the way we did that to change it up is kind of the lighting played a big role. So we made one side, the German side, you'll see a lot of electric lights. So you'll see searchlights, you'll see a lot of light bulbs, and that's going to be a good indicator that you're on the German side of the map. So that is actually quite true to history too. What we saw was the Germans buckled down, they fortified their trenches, and that's why they survived this attack. And then the French side is going to be a lot more organic. You got the fires, you got flames keeping it lit, and everything's kind of wood, and it's all very organic on that side.
Almost feels like it's a little bit more, it's been made in a hurry. Like, it was like, we've got to make this now before the Germans make their push.
The French really didn't have a lot of time.
No.
Well, what we saw too is that the French kind of thought that the Nivelle offensive was going to be a big win. They did the shellings and they thought this is going to be it. So they weren't in it for the long haul, but they proved to be wrong.
One of the things I really enjoyed about BF1 when it came out, and we're still seeing it today, is I feel like we have a new generation of history buffs who have emerged because of Battlefield 1. Like people who are genuinely into the history of World War I. Yeah. Because it is, it's a great war, but there's so many stories to tell and things that people just don't really know about, which makes it very, I guess encapsulating, right? It makes you want to learn more. But we're gonna check out some sniper gameplay here from my main man, Doom49. Don't let us down, buddy. Get those shots off. Yeah, he was able to get an enemy hit there, giving him 80 points. And he's just gonna continue to march down here toward E, getting ready for the Danzig Trench. I'm looking for him to take off some faces here. It'll be pretty dope if he's able to do so. And they have 4 points right now, so they are marching down the battlefield. No pun intended. I'm sorry.
It's actually very interesting because if you look at the that was a nice shot there. That was lovely. Mas agora alguma coisa
empolgante, né? Infelizmente algo empolgante. Melhor que fica meia hora de conversa sobre a história do Madden, como foi fazer a história do Madden. Que, tá, é interessante. É, mas porra, me empolga num show desses. Vocês podiam ter posto separadamente. Seria bem mais interessante.
I know, right?
A little bit of bayonet charge there. It didn't pay off for him. I think he missed his target.
Gamer Snack with the pick off there. Paul, what are your thoughts?
And Westy,
I mean, sorry, Andrew.
No worries. Westy, I think to your point, I think that because this is a balanced map, it's very symmetrical. I think that that's what makes this a really easy map to kind of have those balanced gameplays.
Yeah, because I mean, looking at it, the structure of it, almost with the trench lines being very similar, you've almost got that feeling instantly anyway. You've got that.
Rage quit.
I'm out of here.
It's rage.
You've got that feeling of it being very balanced from the start, and it's just dependent on whether your team can communicate properly, whether you use the squad leader function to make sure that you're covering your own objectives and then attacking like another single or maybe 2 objectives at once, and then that balance can remain. But if you decide to go too far forward and push too much and don't cover the flags that you currently own, then the enemy team can get in those trenches and it's very hard to get them out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looking to hold down here on B in the front line. It's a command center of such, so you got fortified buildings around you and good cover as well, and high ground advantage, as you can see X Factor taking advantage of those opportunities when he sees fit. This guy, man, he is a fantastic Battlefield player and also a great YouTuber, as are all of these creators here. Great streamer as well. I happen to tune into his Twitch streams quite a bit. But Muggs manages to find him. But luckily for him, Ponyline was there on the pickup. He's not just a great pilot, he's a great medic as well.
That's what you're looking for in a medic, really. You need somebody to come in and
Estão perdendo o F também.
That's the thing, man. Playing the squad and my team, they always abandon me. Then again, I do tend to like run out all the way out to the middle of the field. But it's like, follow me, get the hint, dog. Like, just come with me and we'll win the whole game.
You're that lone wolf kind of player.
Yeah, I'm the worst kind, to be fair. What I do typically, though, is I hop into a tank and then I just drive around as much as I possibly can
mapa do
and
Battlefield
destroy
são maravilhosos.
Speaking of that,
é sério, os caras
how many
fazem
tanks can you get on Devil Knight?
So there's 1 tank on each side.
Okay.
That's the plan here. We wanted to keep it pretty infantry focused. So once you start going too heavy, I mean, you're going to get some cavalry as well.
Okay.
So that's where you're going to get a little of that quick gameplay. But we wanted it to stay very infantry focused.
I think that's really good because obviously you've got these trench lines.
That's for a reason, right?
You want the trench lines to be
used.
So if you gave them loads of vehicles, suddenly everyone's not using the trenches that you've built.
Right.
And especially because you've built a lot of the objectives around the trench lines.
Yeah.
The only other 2 are ones in no man's land in the middle.
Yeah, and that's why there's no planes in here as well, right? We don't want you having bombing runs on the trenches.
It really takes away from it.
That's no fun.
Yeah, exactly. You're in a trench. Like, what more can you do?
Yeah, you can vault out, but we all know how that goes.
Oh boy, here we go. Muggs looking to
He's looking to destroy some people.
He's a fantastic sniper, man. I watch his streams a lot, and he is such a great sniper. Oh, don't give the business! Don't
had to go with the secondary, and he did not.
That's the commentator's curse. That is. We said he was so good.
Yeah, you give them all the compliments, they never pull through.
Dude, it always happens that way. Always happens without revive.
You got the revive. There it is.
I love it. There you go. March on down. X Factor. You're done.
This is one of the new weapons that's just been introduced as well. That you guys introduced in, was it the was it the May or the spring update? I think you added a few new variants.
Yeah, we had some new variants that we introduced in the May update.
Yeah, so this is the Hellregal.
Vamos perder essa onda aí.
This is the Hellregal defensive, which has got an
Essa
optical
onda
sight,
demoníaca de
120 round
pessoas vão
drum
chegar lá
magazine.
e
Why you'd ever need
acabar com a
that
raça
many
deles.
bullets?
Well, you know, if you really want to spray and pray, right?
And it's also got the bipod as well. So I guess if you wanted to set it up behind cover and literally as the weapon.
Well, when you lay
suggests.
prone, you are going to be a little more accurate. Let's see it.
See if we can get.
Look at the spread on the bullet too. You see the way that they're just really going in like a tight order, which is fantastic. Like that is certainly something you want to see if you hit that.
The grenade paid off. He took half health there.
Yeah, nice.
Now he's going to try and charge in here.
Oh, there it is. This is how it works. There we go.
The one and only Dankness 429. He hates that name, but I'm going to keep saying it every time he's on screen.
There you go. Pop some smoke. Get some cover.
Yeah.
It's interesting again here because we're on board with the. Who are we on board with here? We're on board with the French army, and they're taking back the flags that they had at the start of the round.
Right.
And as you can see up the top there from the flag layout, they are sort of fairly behind in terms of the flags they've got at the moment.
Well, it looks like they're rallying here.
But they're ahead on score, so the Germans need to pick up a little bit.
Looking around here, Darkness issuing those orders when he can.
He wants one.
Yeah.
There we go.
There it is.
So they're now going to capture their second objective within their own trench lines. Oh, lovely takedown there of X Factor.
Darkness, man, I'm telling you, we should change his name. He doesn't think so. And there's Miss Ella Cronin, who I mistakenly called Missile a little while ago, but she's flying through the trenches like a missile. Oh, there you go. That's what I do. You gotta bring it back somehow.
That worked. That worked.
One in front. Wow. A couple
Wasn't even looking for that.
Nukem, man. Where's your awareness, dog?
On board with Doom.
Doom 49.
One and only. I think he's top fragging on his squad there, or on the whole team. As a matter of fact, I have to look at that yet again.
On the topic of lighting, Andrew, I want to ask you a question because Battlefield 1 has some dynamic weather in it.
That's
right. Does Nivelle Nights have the same kind of dynamic weather that other maps do?
No, we're not going to see any storms or any sand or anything like that coming in here. This takes place in French soil or on French soil, so it's going to be kind of what you see here. We feel like the night is really kind of where we want to create that atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the darkness itself gives it a lot of coverage, and imagine adding anything more into that, it could be a little bit difficult. Who are we on board with here? I think it's Doom 49. Oh, he takes the shot.
Said Darkness.
Nice.
Whoa, there you go. I had to you said Darkness and then Darkness showed up. It's like, dude.
It worked, right?
It
played.
So good.
It played real well.
Well, I do want to mention that we haven't seen it yet, and I hope one of our game changers manages to make it happen. But what about the Elite Kit, man? I want to see some flamethrower action.
I do too.
Roasting some fools in the trench.
I do too. This is also a great opportunity for maybe a trench raider.
Oh, you have the trench raider on this map.
I think we might be seeing that. It would be only fitting to have a trench raider with a trench map.
That's a very good point.
Not lying.
with the French pack. I mean, this is an extension of They Shall Not Pass, this map here. So I think we should see if they can pick one up.
By the way, can we comment on how close this game is right now? 430, 440 to 431, but it seems like the German Empire, they're starting to rally the troops and capture all the bases. All their base belong to the Germans Empire, and they are dominating right now.
Now this seems pretty true to history, I think.
Yeah, I mean, ain't that the truth? The French need to find a way to fight this one back.
They are taking a couple. They are taking a couple of the flags back. And actually, you can see a lot of them are actually up for contention. You've got A, D, E, and F. Well, now D, E, and F all up for contention. Yep. But as you can see, they're all being taken by the enemy team as we're watching. So it may come down to a point where we're looking at a lot of flags being taken by one team and not being held by the others.
By the way,
but we're seeing a lot of combat here in the no man's zone, right?
Yep.
And we just need to see people running towards the flag and starting to capture those points.
Because as much as the trenches can be very lethal when you run around the corner and maybe get hit with a shotgun, they do provide a lot of cover at the same time. If you know no one's in that trench, you can take cover in it.
Yeah, it's a great place to chuck a grenade, as we saw earlier.
Yep.
Yeah, but it is hard though, right, to determine that. So many turns, so many corners. You just never quite know what you're going to find. And by the way, Miss Ella is just crushing it. Oh, well, there you go again.
You just did it.
Just, you know, Andrew,
you gave the curse.
I'm sorry, Miss Ella. I hope you're not mad at me. Over to Muggs now, once again sniping. We know that he loves to do this.
And he's using the Labelle sniper, which is the French one.
Okay, let's see if he finds himself a
missed it.
Some of those flick shots, man. I mean, how do you even do that?
Yeah.
I'm just, like, I sit in awe and watch people who can snipe in video games.
And,
it's just incredible.
Stade are like two of my favorite snipers to watch on Twitch whenever they're streaming, because they are so unbelievably talented with this gun. But oh no, Muggs is taking a lot of shots to the left though. He's going to have to dive right into the trench, get, you know, just really get himself back in cover.
Well, I think he's the players up on the hill over the far side. That's who he's looking for.
Well, he's going to need bread effects.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
99
nice sight lines here.
Oh, you can see that kind of guy.
He's taking a hit.
Shot. All it takes, he just literally, all he has to do is breathe on him, and Muggs will fall here. So he's got to be very careful.
Oh, there we see.
Pathogen. Good night. Good shot there. Muggs looking to do it again.
Oh,
there you go.
There you go.
He didn't even need to shoot the gun. All you had to do was take the bullets and then throw it at Muggs, and then Muggs would have died just on that alone. Now Doom looking to do his best Muggs impression here.
Look at that score now. The French have pulled it all the way back round.
I can't believe it. This is just Battlefield at its finest. This is actually a really good game.
No, it's so close.
Very impressive stuff here.
We're storming dead steel here. Yeah, looks like we're heading that direction.
Here's one of the tanks.
This is X Factor, the one and only.
Just annihilating.
This is what I love to do personally.
You can see
get this tank and go over and just, you know, weed out all those, you know, small little, you know, cretins there in the trenches. Oh yeah. Right
you want to be careful not to fall into the trenches.
True. I probably would have fallen at this moment.
Right. It's the splash damage potential he's got here. Just firing it against the wall, waiting for the infantry to poke their head out.
Oh
no! He's in.
Oh, he's in.
So
you can still manage to move around.
Can you?
But I think there's going to be some really tight spots. Look, we also have cavalry in there.
Yeah, because
everyone's in there.
Oh my
Is it possible
the
to
whole
get,
kitchen sink.
Is it possible to get out of the trench network once you
I'm thinking no. Oh, wait.
Oh.
We might see something.
Let's get creative. Let's see what we can do.
This is going to work.
No.
Wait,
this is
what?
not. Wow.
He's still getting kills. Imagine if you're just going through the trenches. You're going through the trenches.
Oh no, Limpet's coming into
your tank.
That was like QJB, I believe. He like ran away. He saw that. No, that's CC24. Saw the tank and was like, no, I'm gonna just go the other way.
That wasn't gonna happen. That was not gonna end well.
Squid and Wheezy were going for the Limpet kill there. I know those guys. They were going for the Limpet kill.
Oh my goodness.
Gonna sit for the repair right here.
So there is.
Oh, they're storming. They're storming. Oh my gosh.
Danger Cow, what are you doing?
Caralho.
I think he's
Meu
stuck.
travou.
I think absolutely.
He's
absolutely.
I think he knows he's stuck too.
And rule number 1 is never leave your vehicle.
Yeah.
So we might see a really boring game here.
Just hanging around.
I disagree. I think this is awesome.
Ele travando ali.
There we go. Oh, he's managed to make his way
Well, they're
through.
all trying to take him out.
Here we go. He's working his way along.
Por que ele vai sair da trincheira? Esse
We popped
tanque,
up a little
cara.
bit.
What he needs to try and do is get to one of the rear trenches.
To the left,
where it levels
There
out
we
a
go.
little bit.
Use the
Beyonce
fence. There we go. Climb up. Climb up.
So he needs a push.
No, not happening.
Get behind the tank.
Not
Go and
happening.
try it again. No.
Was telling us absolutely not going to happen.
If he can get to one of the rear trenches, it does open
can't
out.
go.
You can get around.
Ai,
it.
tô destruindo a
There
trincheira,
might be a way
pessoal.
in here.
Oh,
Yes.
And we're going to see it.
yes.
There it is.
There it is.
Did it.
Victory nod right here.
So happy.
Back in no man's land where it feels comfortable.
Yeah,
Some
imagine
elbow
though
room.
he gets out at that moment and then just gets bombarded.
Oh my god,
like,
that would have been amazing.
Only a Battlefield.
He was very loyal to his team because if he'd have left the tank, not only could the enemy team could have got in it, but if he had left it there, then another tank wouldn't have spawned.
Yeah.
So he's kind of left the shell on the battlefield.
Absolutely.
And although he kind of took it into the trench himself, he was very good for getting it out.
You know, I like that you're finding the positive there.
Glass half full for Westy, that's what it is.
Yeah, right. Glass half full. Find the positives and the negatives. But just to update everyone on the score. I mean, this is a really close game.
Really close.
Super
658, 645. The action continues to rage on here.
Tickets are still coming.
Yeah, we have 9 minutes and 45 seconds left in this game, and we hope you guys are enjoying it. Once again, if you're just joining us here, you're checking out Neville Knights in the new map that is going to be coming to Battlefield 1. It is the first night map that this game has, and it is awesome.
Yeah, and it's coming later this month.
Later this month. I'm so excited. And also the other map as well. The other
Please did to her.
I can't say that 5 times.
That one I've had to practice for.
Yeah.
And I hope I'm saying it right.
Couldn't you guys just call it like, you know, like darkness?
Well, that would have worked, right? It would have been fitting.
Oh, man. Speaking of darkness, we're going over to Team Darkness here with Mugs TV. Finds one in front of him. That's going to be skill up. That's, never mind, skill down for you, sir.
Oh, very good. That was a nice one.
That's what I do. You know, that's why they pay me moderate dollars.
They keep coming. Oh, got the hit.
He was going for that upper torso shot, didn't quite land it.
Oh, he was going for a headshot. That's what he wanted.
Hoping for the duck or something.
Mugs only goes for the face. It's just how he operates, man.
Would you say it would be only for the mug?
Only for the mug? Oh!
You like
Andrew,
that?
you should become a commentator with me, man. We should
I cannot be as good as you guys.
do this more often. I love it. All right, waiting around here. Mugs.
Again, we're playing in No Man's Land here. A lot of the gameplay that we've seen has been in this No Man's Land section.
But we have seen some really good trench hitting there.
But I think it's typical of the Conquest game mode, where it's the constant movement and the flow.
Yeah.
So if you leave your own trench and go into No Man's Land, take an objective, the chances are that the enemy team is flying around behind you and taking one of the objectives that you've left.
And I found my biggest success is usually when I'm trying to control 1 or 2 points.
I can't even with you right now, Mugs. I know you guys are trying to like talk about how great
I was really trying to be strategic about this. This is
Whoa.
how you do it.
He's
what grabbing ribbons left and right.
You just go through and you shred. Period, man.
Let's take D. I hope he can take D.
He should just rename himself the Blender.
No way did he just land that shot. He was
going
getting
through
shot and suppressed by that player, and he landed it straight in the chest.
Sky, man, he is just absolutely incredible.
Taking cover in the chapel here, the ruins.
Looking for the next star. Oh,
whoa! Headshot!
Hell?
Was that a headshot? I don't know.
One cheesy
it was close, though. It was close.
You won dead, mofo.
Looked so good.
My goodness. I can't believe the shots he's getting. He's just getting assists that they're counting his kills because they're like, why not?
Of course,
game?
why not?
Well, he's trying.
He's finishing it off.
There we go. I think there was one more left. There may have been. Oh, we switched kits. Switched out to the support kit.
He was probably running out of ammo there.
Good players, I guess, do that. I haven't run out of ammo before.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's like.
Happens to me all the time. God, yeah.
Oh, there's a trench.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
That was a trench raider kill.
I wonder who was doing. I couldn't see the name of who was actually running the trench raider. Here we go. Stone Mountain, of course.
Now. This is great.
Unit 64 himself.
Unfortunately, we're not in a trench, but we are taking cover. We are taking cover here.
This is going to be a good one.
Running
I'm looking
in and
forward
out
to
of the pillars of the ruins.
So this was. I haven't had a chance to tinker around with the trench raider yet, though.
Yeah.
So how fun is he?
Super quick, all melee. So you're running, you have a little extra health because you have this armor on.
Yeah.
So it is just all out war. This guy runs around, makes some deadly strikes.
Get ready.
One hit kills.
Get ready.
You can land it. If you can land it.
Go.
I'm hoping to see something.
Believe in yourself, Stone. No, don't get shot. Leave him alive. Oh!
There's one.
Jehovah. Sorry, buddy.
Look at him on the
got
go.
You can Full shark, definitely.
Oh.
More like a landfish. Oh, man.
Just dominating
one health,
space.
1 health.
Oh.
He's down. He's down.
My goodness.
That was beautiful. That was good to watch.
That was good to watch. That was fun.
He knew the pressure was on him. He heard us in the venue, so he was just like, I got to show up right now. The screen's on me.
Absolutely. 3 kills in a row. That was worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
The trench raid is like one of those counter attacks, though, because it's like you've got to take. You've only got your melee weapon. It's like you do have the revolver, but it's not the same as an automatic primary weapon. So
and the club's the one-hit kill. I mean, you really want to use that guy.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like if you know there's a couple of players around the corner, but you've got enough health, just step back for a minute, get your health back, and then just storm them.
Storm it.
Yeah, because you're gonna win.
By the way, guys, an update. 5 minutes left in the game. 5 minutes and 17 seconds to be exact, and it is still a close affair between these two teams. 8:28 to 8:39, and the points just keep on ticking. We're on board right now with Darkness429, an incredible Twitch streamer, by the way, if you ever get a chance to check him out. All these guys, once again, I said it before, I'll say it again, amazing creators that we have here at EA Play, looking to just have some fun and also show off some great gameplay on the new map, Neville Knights, coming very soon, next month?
No, coming this month.
This month? Oh,
this month, very soon. You know what we haven't seen yet?
What we haven't seen yet?
No one has actually called in for an artillery strike.
You can call in an artillery strike
to do that.
How do you do that? Wait, you're not going to tell us, are you?
I think we should see if anyone can figure it out.
Yeah,
but I can't go into it.
Well, if it doesn't happen by the end of the game,
we should talk.
Doesn't the game start off with an artillery strike, though, in the middle of the map?
So you do have a little bit of that, just to kind of set the mood, keep you in your points.
Yeah, I like that. I like that quite a bit. It prevents everyone from like going nuts and just charging straight into the middle like a bunch of crazy people.
And it also adds like a little bit of like story and theme.
Ambiance,
yeah.
Right? I mean,
that's what this is all about, right?
We're looking at almost a tie score at the moment. It's only 3 or 3. There's no tickets in it. It is literally a tie score, 8-7-1.
So close.
Yeah,
but it may not be tied for soon.
We are going to the time, just so you guys know.
So 3 minutes,
50 seconds.
50 seconds. Okay.
And this game could not be any closer if we tried. I swear we did not rehearse this.
No. This happened last year at Gamescom as well. Both games went down to the wire.
It did, that's right.
Happens every time we do this.
Yeah, so what happens when you get a bunch of good players in one room and just have them duke it out, man.
100%.
And Doom here with the trusty shotgun.
Oh! Oh,
Melee.
dear.
That's gotta hurt.
Yep. You heard the scream. You knew it was coming. And it's on its way.
Oh,
yeah, well, that's funny because he's like looking around. He's like, is it above me or is it below me? And then there's just nope right in front of you going through your kidney. Here.
Well, I guess that's a good point of the vertical gameplay that you're going to get here, right? You have to pay attention to where you are, especially when you're in the trenches.
A little bit here for Darkness. He was in the middle of nowhere, man, and he was a target. As soon as you start shooting, you just, especially with the dark map, right, and the way that it's laid out, the muzzle fire, you really see that and you can tell. And again, that's where the lighting really plays a role in this game, what you're able to do.
Yep. You really find those nice dark corners. But what you're also going to see when they start sniping, especially on the hilltops, those silhouettes that are moving, you see the movement, fire away.
And that's correct, because over the back you have some, almost like some AI elements, don't you?
Yeah.
Interesting.
2 minutes, 25 seconds,
But
9:24, 9:53.
Yeah, the gap's opened up just a tad though. The rocket gun comes.
That's deflect. A lot of damage.
That was a deflect. Second round, engine disabled. Can he finish it off? There we go. It's gone. Beautiful.
Just go for it, Stone. Just shoot and believe in yourself, man. Shoot it into the darkness. I dare you.
The whistle's blowing. Time to charge.
I know, right? Well, they are going to be able to overtake C. Both teams have 3 flags, but the C and D flag are swapped, so expect to see a lot of activity. Who's going to be able to win out that battle in the midfield is the question. Stone Mountain rallying with his team forward, shooting his teammate because reasons. And it's over to A, and they are going all the way out to the other side of the map for that last-ditch effort here, Andrew.
There's only 15 tickets.
I hope we see something incredible here.
They have to cap at least 2 in order for them to come back into this one, I think, with 1 minute and 23 seconds. Because it's
not
still very close.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, no, it won't happen.
We're down. They are capturing 2 points.
I can't see it happening personally.
No, I think it's going to go.
You think it's?
No, I think 3 tickets. Nah, they're not going to do this. Not going to do it.
Not going to happen.
It's going to be real tight. Let's see if it happens. They're resupplying like
there
crazy.
Go. To 1,000, and that's right.
So
as a matter of fact, it was to 1,000, which I don't think, I mean, we figured we were going to make it there or till the game ending. Either way, though, they needed to stop literally everything from happening, and that was not the case. Team Darkness will reign supreme. Oh boy, what a match! That was awesome.
Well, it's kind of fitting too, because it was a dark map.
I have to say, well, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights from that game, because there were a metric crap ton of highlights from that game, man. I have to say. Doom 49 had a couple great shots, as well as Muggs. Muggs, I think, was a superstar this whole game, though. Just getting shot after shot after shot. He was absolutely tearing it up.
I mean, like, watching Muggs do some of that sniping, sometimes it's not even the accuracy, it's the continued accuracy beyond the first shot. Like first shot, second shot, third, and every single shot lands.
Yeah,
incredible.
Only in Battlefield moments right there.
Yeah. And here's the thing, that's not just marketing speak. That is like actual, like, you get these crazy moments in this game because of the open nature of it, right? That's what lends to the uniqueness
Super dynamic.
of this game.
Yeah. And this is the stuff that drives us when we're making these games. We want to make sure we provide these ways to create those moments.
And I'm particularly glad because as a person who really enjoys infantry combat, I like that this map really highlights the infantry combat.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, right? The gun mechanics in Battlefield are fantastic. I want to be able to take advantage of it as much as possible and do my thing, period. So awesome stuff all around, I have to say. And yeah, I mean, Wesley, thoughts on the map?
I think the map's really, really good because it's the first night map, very different from anything that you've created so far. The lighting really lends itself to a different style of gameplay. You can see that, the trench close quarters action. Yes, you can get this on some other maps, but because of the nighttime setting, everything's a little bit closer together, so it's much more chaotic.
Yeah, we saw a lot of close quarter combat here.
Yeah, I loved it. It was awesome. I liked the close quarters combat once again, but I think that's something that we're all going to kind of echo here because it's very, yes, you have it in other maps, but it's just a different feeling, it's a different tone. I really feel like, you know, if I had to think about how BF1 would do full-on trench combat, that is admittedly how I would want it to be.
So glad to hear that.
Yeah, and I'm glad that it was able, you know, it was nailed, right? Because when I play this, I'm going to be super into it because I can just get into trenches, hide in a corner, shotgun some fool, hit him with a pan, you know, just awesome stuff. Oh, you guys need pans in the game.
That might come up. Now that you've recommended, I'm going to put that on the list.
Whoa. There you go.
Let's see if the designers
Revelations here.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, I'm a great game designer, kind of, sort of, not really. All right, guys. Well, awesome time here. But for now, though, let's go ahead and send it over to Jose, who's down on the floor. Jose, what you got for me, buddy?
Hey guys, I'm hanging out here with Miss Ella Cronin, who I was trying to get an interview with at the end of that round. That's why our team sort of fell behind. So I feel like it was my fault. I apologize. But tell us a little bit about your experience with Neville Knights and how you think it's going to affect the Battlefield 1 players out there.
It's really fun. Like the nighttime aspect and the fact that it's dark and so much harder to see what's going on completely changes the atmosphere. So yeah, no, it's really different. It's like a completely different experience.
And how do you approach the night maps as compared to the typical daytime or desert-like maps that we've seen in Battlefield before?
I mean, I like being a medic anyway, so I tend to stand a little bit further back from the fights and just try and heal and keep people alive. So yeah, that hasn't really changed. I kind of can like hang back, try my best to keep my team alive, keep my squad alive, so yeah.
So is it difficult to approach being a medic when the lights are out? It's nighttime, Neville Knights shining down, all you see is the sunlights, the twinkle of lanterns. Does it make it harder for you to sort of find your teammates, or do you just sort of rely on your icons?
It does. It does make it harder, but it also makes it harder for them to see me, which I quite like. So it works out both ways.
Smart thinking. That's how it's done. Well, I'm sorry. I see your team has left you again to play some more. I will let you get back to playing. Thank you, Miss Ella Cronin. Back to you guys at the table. We're going to play some Neville Knights.
Awesome stuff there. That was Missile herself. Missile Cronin. No, Miss Ella Cronin. She was a fantastic medic throughout the game. We got a couple good clips of her really, you know, just keeping everyone going. And that is essentially what a medic needs to do, right? You know, because you got those medics, okay, who think like, oh, I'm just going to heal myself. No, that's not what you're supposed to do. Okay, you're actually supposed to, you know, like heal your teammates.
Be a buddy.
Battlefield squad game.
That's right. Resupply and revive.
Resupply and revive.
That's
Love it. I had such a good time, man. Westy, what a day. What a day.
Yeah, it's been really good, but we're not quite finished.
Oh.
There's one more thing that we've got left coming.
Okay.
There's been a really special video that's been made by one of our Battlefield community members. We're going to flick over to it now, and we hope you enjoy it.
Aí, agora coisa interessante.
It kind of leaves my It leaves my hand free to just move it up and worry about crouching all over the place.
No, someone's behind me. Oh, never mind. Wow, can I get a Lala 7-man kill streak?
It's a battle pack. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Dan. Jeff, you guys are doing so good. You guys carried this battle pack all the way out here. Muggs, what's this? What's this?
This is a very special battle pack for a very special woman. You know, we met at Twitch, through Battlefield. We've done so much with the community. It has been an amazing, experience with you, and I just, I want to share it with you for the absolute rest of my life. And
caralho, de casamento.
Would you marry me? Yes.
Yes.
Caralho.
Can I get 3 ooh yeahs on 3? 1, 2, 3.
Caralho, cara.
Hooah! Hooah! She said yes, in case you guys missed it. There was a nod, but there was a verbal yes. You won't be able to find that battle pack in game. That battle pack is not in.
Not at all, my friend. Congratulations to people I know very well who are absolutely incredible human beings, Muggs and Ulala. You guys are awesome. Congratulations, and I'm glad that you were able to do this surrounded by your friends who are also your family and thousands of people online as well. The Battlefield community is truly amazing and incredible. They've welcomed me in with open arms when I first got involved, and they do so with everyone else. So big thank you to you guys. What a time. What a day.
This was fun. That was brilliant.
I had a good time.
For the community.
All right, guys. Well, once again, just want to close it out here. Congratulations, Muggs, Ulala. You guys deserve it, and you guys are going to have a happy life together. But for those of you guys who want to have a happy time playing some Battlefield, Neville Knights will be coming out pretty soon as well. That will be this month, so be on the lookout for that. But that's going to do it for us here. It's been a great time, playing some Battlefield. Still so much more to come at EA Play. And, of course, to Andrew and for Wesley, thank you so much.
Glad to be here.
It was a good time.
Happy to be part of it.
All right, well, we'll catch you guys on the other side.
Ah, mano, não acredito. Bem, acabou? Finalmente acabou. Ai. Cara, acabou bem. Acabou bem, acabou bem. Meu Deus. Caralho, essa do pedido de casamento me surpreendeu. Surpreendeu muito. Essa eu realmente não imaginava. Eu não consegui imaginar essa do pedido de casamento. Achei bem estranho isso. Quer dizer, estranho não, achei legal pra caralho, mas foi meio curioso. Deixa eu ver se eu consigo fazer aqui. Aqui. Vai ficar feio pra caralho. Cara, eu não imaginava isso não. Ficou legal pra caralho. Foi um jeito maneiro de terminar a conferência. Com isso, então, essa foi a conferência da EA. Mesmo não tendo ninguém assistindo a live aqui com live também, ou seja, eu fiquei 3 horas falando ou assistindo e tem que parar de ficar me frustrando por causa disso. A culpa é minha que eu não me empenhei o suficiente. Vou fazer. Então é isso, amanhã também vou fazer live da conferência da Microsoft, vou tentar trabalhar melhor nela. Tentar ajeitar as coisas que estavam erradas aqui. E tentar começar no horário certo, divulgar melhor. Botar também marcar o horário para começar a conferência da Microsoft. Tentar ficar mais organizado para fazer as coisas. Mas é isso aí. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Tenha uma boa noite. E nos vemos amanhã.